And we're live.
Do you feel it? Do you feel the magic that is flowing through the internet?
Blood
Jordan?
magic.
Yes, magic.
Yeah, it's Linux. It's penguin magic. Yeah.
Penguin blood.
It is Saturday evening or possibly Sunday morning, depending on wherever the hell you are.
Yes.
It's Thursday night. What are you talking about?
How dare you? Get back in the right timeline. You
Never.
monster. Ah. What's up, you glorious psychopaths, you beautiful freaks, you Linux-loving miscreants? We are just wrapping up the pre-super shows. That was a thing that totally happened. And, yeah. Been a busy week, surprisingly. We had some late-breaking developments on whether or not a certain game is going to have Linux support.
Yes. And the ugliest GPUs you ever did see.
This is true. This is true. Man, Pedro,
Some
you gotta go back and listen to the
feature.
pre-super shows, and Pedro was on about GPU. Actually, we all had a conversation for like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
as we do.
It's an extra hour of content. We didn't say it would be good content.
Content.
It technically passes the muster test for content.
I'm gonna tell you what, Mike, if I saw that in real life and I saw a big one holding a machete,
Machete?
I'd go over there and I'd steal his machete just to piss him off. I'd probably get cut. I'd risk it though. I'd probably risk it.
I mean, I don't think they have like good flexion like this. It's mostly like this, right?
Know thy enemy, man.
Yeah. They got the flappy wings, or fins, I guess in this case, because they use it to swim. What am I, a penguin expert, a penguinologist?
They're just really cold ornithologists, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
Could
Better do what he says. He's a marine biologist.
So can you get Ken Penguin?
Maybe.
I've never looked. We're
If you go to
asking
South
the real
America
questions.
probably.
Yeah. Like the bottom tip, they probably have it there.
No, like there are penguins who live in South America.
Oh no, there are non-Arctic penguin varieties. They probably taste better. Like chicken.
Penguins is practically chicken.
Dude, all right, think about it like this, though. If you went through all the trouble to track down and get, like, an edible pig when you bit into it and it tastes like, would you be a little just disappointed? Like, come on, man.
I don't know. My sister was in South America and she tried one, and apparently it just tastes like bird.
Okay. Do all birds
So they're
taste
water
the
chickens.
same?
Gotcha.
Water chickens.
Water chickens. All right. Cold climate tend to be nicer, though. You'll get man. See, that's the problem. All right, I've come to terms with venomous horses. I don't know about venomous penguins.
Well, I mean, you look at the platypus, right? That's a poisonous duck beaver.
Yep.
Lays eggs.
Yeah. duck beaver.
And breastfeeds. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically it has flaps. It doesn't have nipples. It has milk pouches.
It's just beautiful, though, man. What is it like? They say nature made it out of spare parts, things laying around in the bin, and it can still kill you.
Right, but like, that's exactly my point. Is like, that seems a little far-fetched. I don't know. When we have the platypus as our point of comparison, you can forgive quite a bit.
Possibly. All right, that is stuck together. Oh, I don't know, Mir, because it's the RNG of Twitch that affects anybody and it has nothing to do with who's streaming. But you probably already knew that, buddy.
It's probably got something more to do with the time.
It's not even
Because
the
when I
time.
stream, it's pretty early in the US. So it's less likely to have people streaming.
Well, then that doesn't make sense because I stream at a time that's pretty popular.
Yeah.
Just go back and check and see when, because sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Because I've straight up, I mean, Pedro doesn't always get transcoded. We don't always get transcoded.
Yeah.
I don't think our stream yesterday was. It has nothing to do with who's streaming.
It has to do with why they're streaming.
Yes.
In their heart of hearts, the true reason determines whether you get transcoded
What Twitch
or not.
does is it drills down into your heart. And it's like, what do you feel about this particular stream?
It stares deep into your soul.
So that explains the straw that comes out of my monitor and embeds itself in my chest.
Full of horse venom. Yeah. All right, let's see. We have shots. We got shots. Shots. Shots.
Blam!
You are, I think, exceptionally bright. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. No, I think you're just closer to the massive light source above you.
Yes.
We got to get you a filter for that thing or something.
Yeah.
Or you can do
I can
that. That works.
I can be in the dark. The thing was like the light was shining through the window. It's not anymore.
All right.
It's gonna get progressively darker and darker.
We get you a night. Oh! That's what we can put on the door.
A nightlight?
Some LED lights.
Oh.
Like some stick on like strip lights like I have down there.
Yeah, alright.
I think I can
I
find
gotta
some
run the rest that Nori didn't use of that 5-meter one that Strider bought me and just line them up around the things.
It'll be Christmas every week here at LGC.
I want it to be Christmas. I want it to be Hanukkah. I want my puppy head.
Aw. Never gonna let that go, are you?
No. Of Cody Dragon Dude on of the people on the show who use Linux, which is all of them. I've been the one who's been on the same distribution for the longest.
Yeah.
Old distro hopping Mateus over here. And
Look,
Mr.
if
Whatever
I-
runs our door Stone.
If I didn't want to, try and keep a variety of distros going for the sake of the review, I'd be using Fedora. So.
Pedro only switches distros when like something in his distro breaks and it makes him cranky and he doesn't get like,
It adds files to his home directory, and then he's just like, damn it!
No, that's games, and those get it installed pretty quickly.
Worst case scenario, he files a bug report and it's more than 6 hours before somebody responds to it.
Or closed as won't fix.
Or, we can just stop supporting Linux entirely. I don't know if it's worth it. You can just play it in Windows.
Oh, spoilers!
Or we'll just put the SteamOS icon, despite not being a Linux version.
More spoilers.
Double spoilers! What is this, the Game of Thrones forum?
Oh, man.
People who read the books go away.
That LGC novel that we're just adapting 1 week at a time.
Mm-hmm. So I got 1, 2, and 3 loaded. Yeah, I don't think anybody here distro hops. Pedro's the closest, and what have you been on, like 4 distributions in 7 years?
Yeah. Yeah. There was Mint, Mate, Solus, and now Neon.
You're a monster.
Which is technically Ubuntu, but like, whatever.
Which is technically Debian.
No. According to Mark Shuttleworth, Debian is in the Ubuntu ecosystem.
That's true.
He did say that.
That's like Richard Stallman going up and saying, it's like, yeah, me getting the Linux award is like handing Star Wars the Han Solo thing. It's like, you are way too full of yourself.
I don't know where you were going with that, but it was a real emotional roller coaster.
I realized halfway through what he was saying, I wasn't paying attention, and I just couldn't follow through. I tried. Something about Han Solo.
There was Richard Stallman was presented an award, the Linux Award, at some conference a while back.
Oh, did you finish
And
the kernel
first thing
he was making?
Yeah, the first thing he said was, me getting this award is like giving George Lucas the Han Solo award. And that whole thing is like, oh, aren't we full of ourselves, person without a working kernel?
No, you see, Linux is the kernel. GNU is the entire ecosystem surrounding it. Except for all the zlib and BSD license and... Right, yeah.
And the people who've gone out of their way to make distros without any GNU stuff.
or the MIT license, or the... I mean, honestly, the GPL is a good license. It's just...
Didn't EA release like some HD remakes of that nonsense they open sourced?
Yes, they
Command
did.
and Conquer?
Yeah.
Right on. I'm guessing Windows only.
Well, so you can still use the assets because the game library is open source now, so I can. So if I remember the press release right, it was done with the intention of like letting the OpenRA guys basically take the files and then just like, hey, you can still give us money for this
Swap
game
it
that we're not
out,
actively
yeah.
supporting. We're gonna make it easy for these other guys to maintain it for us, but we're not gonna do it because.
Cool.
I mean, there's no noble decision making behind EA's thought process there.
Oh, come on. EA is full of love.
Sparkles and rainbows.
You know what? I'll say this. Like, EA's standing out. EA's like, you know what? It's easy to be the least evil in the current ecosystem.
All we have to do is keep our mouths shut and not cancel any studios.
Pretty much.
People will just ignore us. Oh, what? It's the new year? Guess. Oh man, someone brought up a good point. Technically, Mario and Sonic at the Olympics takes place in an alternate timeline where the Olympics happened in 2020.
All right. Let's do a show.
Okay.
Hi. Okay. Let's get that locked.
I should probably open up some Chrome windows or something. And some more light.
Oh. Google. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, flashlight. Yep. Even on it. When I can't be asked to even cut on the torch on the back of the tablet, and I'll just open up Google. I'm like, there we go.
Yep. Yep. We've all been there.
Yeah. All right, kids. Full disclaimer: I am testing Door 6 tonight with a different version of Jack with a completely different routing system than normal. So, if we just know, more than likely, if anything happens on Door, we'll just eat poo and we'll just get really silent. So we'll come back. All right. That counts as a disclaimer, pre-disclaimer. I'm about to make the same one again, but so everybody. Done and done. So in 3, 2. And welcome back to another Linux GameCast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. We are back. It's another Saturday. It's a different month. We've made it to June. The world has not completely imploded just yet.
Give it another week.
That's right, 2020. It's just the warm-up. Did anyone see like the little comic and it was the meteor and the aliens hovering around Earth, and he was like, no, you first. Not far from the truth. What's up, everybody? Hopefully everything's going smooth. Maybe you're going back to work, or maybe you get to stay home, depending on however that works out for you. I know, Jordan, you're just like, I need to get out. And Pedro's like, I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm good, but I still have to get out because someone needs to send out laptops to half the country.
Oh, man. So, what's everyone been up to? I know I've been kind of busy making a video with the Stream Deck because apparently this was a larger issue than I thought about because it'll lose window focus if you touch anything. And it's like, there's got to be a way around this, which I've got an extremely hacky way around it. It's not the right way around. It's basically, here's the tools. Watch the video, look at the guide. It's doable, but we need somebody who really knows some Python stuff to like stick these bits together in a more workable situation. That video will probably be out Monday or Tuesday for patrons. We'll go out for everybody by the end of the week. But I do want to point out I'm redoing all of the internal wiring for the digital mixer, which is the thing. And I'm running on door 6 because I think I got a thing figured out that's going to solve another thing. And there's some other stuff, but I don't even know when the... Oh, I did send the Black Magic card away.
To whom?
To Black Magic.
Oh?
Yeah.
They're taking it back?
Well, they gave me an RMA thing.
All right.
So it has arrived. That's the update from last week. You know, I'm like, okay, they have it. And I'm kind of feeling like they're going to be like, there's nothing wrong with it. And like, you lie. I have the video. Here, watch it. What's new with you, Jordan? Sunlight in the big city.
I mean, there's no more sunlight. The sun's gone down. I've
Quick.
drinking my own piss. Yep.
You know, for the
No.
summer, here's a real thing.
Yeah.
Does the sun go out that quick in Toronto, or was that going behind a building?
It may have, in fact, gone past the building.
Okay.
I can
That'll do
kind
it.
of see there's a little bit of daylight. I'm in clustered around buildings.
It was
No,
like
I'm
a
still-
5-minute period. I looked at it, I was like, whoa, all right.
I've been waiting for my fucking chair to arrive from Amazon. I gotta thank Aldius though. He sent me those power cables I need. So now I'm actually standing in front of this desk now. I have it in like full standing mode. So we're gonna see how long my knees can last throughout an entire podcast.
What are your thoughts on a pogo stick?
It makes me want to go jump, pogo, 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 bounce, pogo, 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 pogo.
Is there possibly a slam in there anywhere?
No, you'd have to check with Serge Tankian, but I don't.
Useless
No,
idea. Then.
I was just looking forward to going back to the days where Jordan was sitting on a ball and bouncing the whole time.
I don't think that's coming back. There's too much crap on my floor. It's gonna pop, and I'm gonna bust my coccyx.
It hurts, man. It hurts. I had to give up the ball after the third time. That sudden, abrupt deceleration at the end of the ride sucks.
Yeah,
It's rubbish.
and then you just kind of lie on the floor because like you just reconsidering your life.
That was the third time. It was like actively getting older, you know, being like late 20s, early first time, second time, mid 20s, getting, you know, into the deep 30s. That third time was like, no, we can't handle another one of those. That would be pretty. But what kind of cheer did you end up getting, man?
It was like some lime green thing. I can track down the thing in Amazon. But like they're like, hey, we can get it by like June 3rd. It's arriving June 15th. Hey, it's been held up at the border. Eat shit.
Uh-huh.
So that's my life.
What about you, Pedro? Anything new?
No, I too have been checking tracking numbers to see when I'm getting my Pinebook Pro.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I want to play around with it. Yeah.
That sweet little
So-
package of vid.
Yeah, it will be interesting, I
Okay.
hope. I also got the NVMe adapter so you can actually have a proper eNVMe SSD in it instead of just the really slow eMMC module that it comes with. So, yeah.
Is that roughly the equivalent of putting like a jet engine on a tractor?
Jet Tractor.
Not as cool. Definitely not as cool, no.
Jet Tractor is the name of the cop in my new movie that I'm writing.
It basically completely moves the like the bottleneck from the eMMC to
See, kids,
the SoC.
this is the point where you're like, why is the name of the episode Jet Tractor? I'm like, there it is. Right at the beginning.
There's a jet over at the Tractor Stein place.
I look forward to your videos about you exploring and making, manipulating, and doing the Pinebook boogie.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the plan. There will be like a proper review that Jordan will be forced to read through and correct my English, which is also what I'm looking forward to.
Jordan, is there anything else you're looking up? looking forward to it. Yeah, oh yeah. Forward.
Yeah. No, I'm also looking forward to shoving a bunch of nails up my penis because that's that will help dull the pain of reading Pedro's essay writing. Yes, horse, steam,
Lettuce.
Update.
Hey, that limiter.
All right. Well, we're on a long, lonely, dusty road, and we all have stuff on our faces, so it's really, really hard to navigate in the dark. Yeah. So Road to VR has a little piece out. So apparently, 1 month after Half-Life Alyx was released, people are still using their VR headsets. Now it looks like they're not just playing Alyx and then chucking them over to eBay to see if they can recoup some of their losses. Because I mean, like, yeah, once you're done with the one high-profile VR game, you gotta start playing other stuff to justify the $500 plus you just spent on a headset. And I mean, so honestly, there are a bunch of fun VR games out there, like Beat Saber, Super Hot, Gorn, Tetris FX, which is currently an Epic Store exclusive, but like whatever, you can play it on Lutris. To name a few, there's a lot, and hopefully people are now checking them out and giving them a little more publicity, because like the developers work hard on those games. It's a shame that they don't get a lot of penetration because that requires the headset. Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of feel like this is looking at the little chart. It's like, both of you had VR headsets. Oh, look, you bought one for your friend. Oh, someone got one for Christmas. Then it did jump, but we're talking about a jump from like nothing to like 2% of which
Just
I mean,
yeah.
that's still a lot of people though, right?
I mean that's more than the number of Linux users on Steam.
If we are to take the Steam survey for whatever,
I got 2 of them this
because
week.
everyone else does. So
What were you doing?
I booted up my laptop and I started Steam, and I'm
Okay.
like, oh, there's a Steam survey, and then I went home and Steam's like, hey, there's an update, and then I got another Steam survey.
I was just making sure it was you, man.
Right.
Well, I can tell you that if you're running Steam on, say, a Steam box, and you immediately start into 10-foot big picture mode, you don't get any surveys. So there's that.
I'm still genuinely blown away that, because the commitment, especially for like the Vive, I mean, with the headset, then you got to have the lighthouses, then you got to have the room to do it. So
Yeah, it's $800 for the Vive and $1,000 for the Index. But no, I read the article. It's like, oh, okay, so it seems to have capped off, so whoever was going to buy a VR headset's kind of there. And I had a look at the comments. It's like, oh, now we're discussing the meaning of niche, are we? All right, okay. It's like one comment in. It's like, oh, it's a niche. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. It's like, oh, all right.
Well, something that definitely helped out our niche asses is Proton. And we've been following this all week. It was like RC1, RC2. No, it's just the final version. A couple things in this for me that I really noticed. Pedro, you didn't notice the same thing, but this really smoothed out Weeb Souls. But a couple of things. It's dramatically improved loading times for Streets Rage 4. They're still working on that. Performance improvements for Doom Eternal, Detroit Become Human, and We Happy Few. Now, during the RC stuff, they'd taken out some of the wine mono upgrades that were causing regressions in Dark, but I've never heard of Dark, so
yeah,
spooky.
No. The one thing I noticed about KDE is like, oh, on KDE, games being full screen should no longer prevent alt-tabbing out of the game. I had one game that was the issue with. If I had it in full screen, it wouldn't let go of the cursor, but that was the one game. And it did fix it, so I guess kudos. But yeah,
also,
I didn't notice much of anything else. Ven mentioned the Weeb Souls being a bit smoother. Looks about the same on my end.
Well, let me go ahead and put it like this. It was a bit smoother on my little 2060 compared to your 1080.
Big 1080. So big, so thick.
Poco.
All right, 1080 Ti,
well,
go ahead.
2060, so small, so weak. No, I mean, it's the development of this has gone on over the week, right? We had a bunch of RCs. It's nice to see that Valve is now like actually trying to put upcoming Proton releases in front of people so they can actually start hammering out issues. One of the things that piqued my interest is if you got a 5.7 kernel, which just got released this week, you might get some rumblies for your racing wheel.
No, you won't.
No?
No, well, hang on. If you're on AMD, you might. Because NVIDIA will walk up to you and slap that nonsense right out of there and be like, nah, son, we just got the 5.6. What are you bringing this 5.7 nonsense up in our house for?
Well, I was going to say, like, talk about niche. We're talking about, like, Linux users who have racing wheels, man.
Yeah.
I think that's about on par with the Linux users who have VR headsets.
Probably. Linux users who play video games who have a steering wheel, so it's nicheception.
Both of them.
Yeah, in VR. In
VR. Speaking of VR, man, Booga Booga updated in Alex.
Indeed. So this is a neat little workshop mod for Alex. PT, what is it? You've never heard of it. So there was a brief flash of hope many years ago when we had news that Hideo Kojima and Norman Reedus were working together with Konami on a Silent Hill game, and they put out a little demo, and everyone was like, wow, this game is spooky as shit. It would be great in VR. It never came out in VR, and Konami decided they're better off spending their time making pachinko machines. So the demo was the only thing that came out of it. It was very popular. Someone has remade it in Alex using the SDK in VR, which I think is really cool because you could. I think horror games are a really effective VR target because you're isolating people. You have full control over what they're perceiving. I know when I play Amnesia, I'm certainly having something else playing in the background so that when the spooky stuff happens, I can be like, haha, I wasn't actively paying attention to it. But this is a workshop mod. No idea if this works under Linux because none of us have a VR headset, so we don't know if there's any case-sensitive shenanigans involved.
Yeah.
But still, it's a cool little exercise. It shows what you can do with the engine, and yeah, if you're gonna start making VR experiences, PT is probably a really good place to start.
I guess I gotta be that guy. The nice cursor left on your screen there, Brian.
Yeah.
Oops.
Whoops. That's cool. I don't think we're gonna run into that issue. I remember the internet did kind of lose its mind when that initially came out, and they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be a thing." Right?
Konami pulled it from the PS4, and there were people selling PS4s with it installed.
Yeah, right.
For a massive markup on eBay.
And there were collectors probably paying that much for them. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
So this isn't good news. This isn't bad news. This is just strange news.
This is
news.
Just pretty freaking weird. Electronic Arts play the best of EA starting now, and yeah, Electronic Arts are basically back on Steam, as we talked about a while back when they first released Jedi, whatever, the new one.
Fallen Order.
Yes. They said that they were going to be bringing their games library that was previously only available in Origin to Steam. So here it is. You have the Command & Conquer Remastered Collection, and then, of course, Dragon Age Inquisition, Plants vs. Zombies 2, Dragon Age 2, and a bunch of the Need for Speed games, which were the ones that I was actively looking at, because it's like, oh, those are on Steam now, are they?
Oh,
Let's
shit, you can play
Proton
Crisis.
DB, and no reports yet. All right, I'll keep an eye on that then. But as it turns out, I hadn't bought an EA game since Dragon Age Origins in 2009, so that's
I didn't
an
see
11
anything
year.
that looked like too crazy, man. Now, I've always been a little bit curious about like Mirror's Edge, and it's currently like $1.99, but I don't even know if I'm $1.99 curious about it. Jordan, did you see anything in here that looked amazeballs to you?
I can finally buy Dragon Age 2. I only have Origins on Steam. I don't know. Like, Mirror's Edge was okay. For what it was. We're probably gonna see some more stuff. Oh, there's some BioWare games that. Let's not talk about that. There is one game here that you can play on Linux, though. Not that EA had anything to do with it, aside from like, hey, here's the source code. Have fun.
Yeah.
I guess my big question is, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's going to be a good idea to pay attention to Proton, because I know people are going to be picking and hammering on these, because some of these should just straight up launch. Some of them are still going to require Origin in some shape, form, or fashion. Then again, there's probably some RNG that, no, you still have to use Origin with Steam, which adds another layer of nope on top.
Yeah, a lot of these are just older games, so probably they're going to work fine under Proton, minus any sort of like EA fuckery.
True.
I'm just waiting for those Need for Speed games to show up on Proton TV. It's like,
So
Need
Jordan,
for Speed, Tokyo Drift.
you think this looks fascinating?
I think it looks interesting. So this is Drox Operative 2, sequel to Drox
Anything
Operative.
like Drax?
No,
Fine.
very stealthy.
Intense combat. Combat intensifies.
Eats potato chips. So essentially you're playing as like a free agent in the middle of like a 4X strategy game, like a Stellaris or a Civilization or a Master of Orion or something. It's an action RPG sort of in the vein of Diablo. Or it's basically Space Torchlight, or Sporchlight as I like to call it. It's in early access. You can pick it up for about $13.
The Sporchlight genre was born.
Sporch! But the one nice thing here is that it has online co-op. It has online multiplayer. Oh my god, you can actually play this with people. So
platform. Ooh.
yeah. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to take a look at this after we're done with Sam 2 on Thursdays.
That could
looks pretty
be very fun. But it's still in early access, so
yeah. So no, I mean, no chairs.
XP in a system requirement. Tuesday.
You're on Windows.
I don't know.
You don't need a Linux. You just need a processor to run it on Linux.
He's got to make sure it's Linuxing correctly. What do we have next?
Oh,
man.
Up next, there's Electro Ride Prologue, and
somebody found a shader, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They found that neon shader that just about every Unity racing game seems to go through that particular phase, and this one is no exception. I saw Jordan's comments in the show notes. It's like, oh, so it's distance, but neon. It's like, distance, this is not. And,
no, it's more Soviet cars than distance.
Yeah.
It's not distance. The physics are all wrong. The cars handle like to say that it's like, imagine a bar of soap sliding on a rink of ice and trying to follow a track with any kind of precision is just not gonna happen. But yeah, the odd thing here was the other thing that Jordan put in the notes. So go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, so you scroll down. I'm like, okay, this looks okay. What's the system requirements to go SteamOS Linux? You're like 64-bit plus Proton. What? So are you allowed to do this? I wasn't aware that you were allowed to have that icon if you did not have a Linux depot at least registered.
After rolling through and reading some of this kind of comes across as like a 16-year-old. So I think it's more like, oh, that's not a thing. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. Anyway, it's free. Go try it for yourself with Proton. But then again, you got to keep in mind, this is a free game with mixed reviews. That says a lot.
Yeah, and you shouldn't get to use that icon if you don't have a native Linux version, especially if it's a Unity game. Just click export. Claim you have a Linux version.
Spoilers.
Stop spoiling Star Wars for us, Pedro. I want to know what happens to Dumbledore.
Hey, man. Totes not Hyperlight Drifter. He's got a demo on.
Yes. So resolution, however you want to pronounce that. It has two ions. It has two eyes in it, and there is a free demo available, which is really, really nice. And I played through the demo, and I have to say I very much liked what I played. I very much liked what they're doing. Hopefully it won't start crashing like crazy like Hyperlight Drifter did. But
so would you say it kind of scratches that itch? It manages, if you really liked Hyperlight Drifter, is this just like more of that?
It's slightly different, but yeah, no, it's very much in the same vein, yeah.
I don't know. I installed it. I played around with it for a minute. Then, Pedro, you will be able to speak to this. Let's see, what are the requirements? Not much. 64-bit Ubuntu 6204, that's fine. Gigabyte of space. All right. When you first get outside, you're like, that monster kind of, well, to structure it correctly, your first thought is like, that looks like a giant kitty. I wonder what that is. Then it turns like, that's just a big ass sand kitty. Okay, never mind. It is legitimately all right.
It's a giant ass kitty, which if you find the teeny tiny little white kitty in the map immediately to the left of that, you can sort of lure the white kitty to it, and it will stop the giant kitty from following you for like 5 seconds, which lets you get all the way to the end without it catching you.
Oh, okay. I might have accidentally removed the other kitty from the equation. It's like,
yeah, no, I heard the other kitty meowing. It's like, oh, you're down there. How do I get down there? All right.
All right. So we're looking forward to this. I mean, everything worked out of the box.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying when we first talked about it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ripping off the HLD aesthetic, right? But if it does a good job, if it's like a good Hyperlight Drifter game, then more power to it, right?
Yeah.
Up next,
I
have to pull out my Pumpkin Tracks box set because
I wanted to do Crash Test Dummies.
Savage Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many Halloween references I could make. It's going to be a dark ride by the time before we get to the end of it. But yeah, there. I will say though, I'm disappointed that this game does not have any Macho Man. It's a 2D side-scrolling sort of shoot 'em up in the vein of like
Contra.
old Nintendo game, Contra, like Batman for the NES, that sort of thing. Where you play as like spooky dudes, and you're either a werewolf or you're a pumpkin head or you're like a sexy witch with a gun.
That was a straight up TMT. Okay, hang on. We gotta break this down. We gotta back this up. All right, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the NES.
Yeah, that's
is Battletoads. It is. Let's just be honest.
You can see the inspirations, yes.
And that's some straight up Mario Brothers.
Yeah. And Metroid.
Yeah. So it's basically NES games, the game with spooky, scary skeletons.
Much.
Possibly Mega Man.
Yeah.
No, that's Metroid again.
That's Contra.
Yeah. So I mean, really, it's if you're missing that genre of game, here it is. We got no price. It's coming spoon, SteamOS and Linux requirements.
I was reading the description, and apparently the monsters are trapped in the earth. So problem solved, right?
Yeah.
It's the files are in the computer. They're in the computer.
Monster, the delicious.
I mean, the monsters are invading.
Monster.
Okay, but they're trapped in the earth. It's like, oh, so we're good.
No.
Because they can dig up.
They could
just don't go digging holes because they're trapped in the earth.
You're asking a bunch of humans to not dig holes, dude.
Right. When they're done chasing waterfalls, they're gonna start digging holes.
Yeah.
All right, TLC.
All right, fine.
All right, Hole in the Sky, Take Me to Heaven coming up next. Feel really, really bad if you just bought an NVIDIA card because there's some newer ones coming down the pipe and they're ugly, much to Pedro's chagrin. Also, there's an engine that originally got leaked and now is getting re-implemented. That's kind of neat. Yeah. You know what needs to come back? Echo the Dolphin.
Like 3D multiplayer deathmatch?
Yes, in VR. Be the Dolphin.
Only available on the Nintendo Switch.
They do have a VR thing. It's made out of cardboard.
Snorky, walk into traffic.
I mean, that's the real
lasers
VR
make
headset
everything better, man. You'd be hard pressed to find anything that lasers do not improve. Right? Oop. Ah, too much. There we go. Eyes? Laser eye surgery, Scott? Hello?
It could be worse. You could just have asshole beams from the punch dimension coming out of your face like Cyclops.
This is true. That's a shit superpower, isn't it? Like, I could shoot lasers from my eyes.
They're not lasers, they're punches.
Punch it, I punch.
Yeah, it's his eyes are a portal to a dimension of red concussive energy, and when he opens them, they shoot out of his eyes.
So you do realize that, like, the Invisible Man would be blind, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you read Planetary, they have a spoof of the Fantastic Four where the Invisible Woman has to wear like special goggles specifically to counteract that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was listening to the discussion. It's like, yeah, photons, they would just go straight through you. And
Yeah.
Or-
If it can
or they just-
refract the light
or just move
into
around,
your
yeah.
brain, you can't see.
Which wouldn't matter if you're Daredevil.
Yeah.
you guys
You guys could copy the photons. All right.
Listen, man, we
So
don't
you
all
have
have
eyes,
your
you have teeny
advanced
tiny little
Canadian eyes,
photocopiers.
man. Right.
Although if you haven't read Planetary, I highly recommend you do. It's actually a pretty short series. It's only like
Is it available on audio YouTube?
I don't think it is, which is unfortunate.
Ah.
But it's I mean it's a comic, so like
Oh.
I need to pee. I'll be back.
Oh, hang on. I'm scared to ask.
but
Is there audio comic books? Do
Maybe?
people actually just listen to the plot? Like, is there an audible for comic books? Is really what I'm trying to get out of my mouth meat.
is there audiobooks for comics?
Yeah.
No.
We have identified a new market segment.
Yeah. I don't know, because like part of like the strength of comics as a storytelling medium is like the combination of like the visual aspect plus the dialogue and like the words and stuff. So I think just narrating it, you lose out quite a bit.
Just sticking to, like, the plot and the script and the writing. If you focus on that, it kind of falls apart. So
Well, no, because like if you consider like any given Alan Moore comic, right, where there's like tons of like small details in the panels that are used for like world building, they're used to like provide additional character context. You can rely on that. It's like a storyboard as opposed to just a script.
well, that's when you would do a descriptive narrative.
I don't know. I still think I'm thinking of like J.H. Williams III comics where it gets like super weird and abstract.
I think that's an edge case for. I'm just talking about comics in general. I mean, yeah, you can make exceptions. They're like, yeah, this one wouldn't work. Well, there's one.
Well, I'm thinking of the good ones that won't work specifically. The ones that I would want people to read, a lot of them are like kind of hard to visually or to like verbally represent. It's like the difference between like a play and a movie, right? Like movies, you have stuff like close-ups and like framing and the Kuleshov effect you can use to like get stuff across.
You
In a play,
say
all
that.
you have is the dialogue.
I listen to almost everything, even like movies. They're playing in the background. Like, I might, if something sounds interesting, I might go see what's going on, but usually not. I mean, is mic come as a shock to you? I focus on audio.
Surprise.
I know. Clutch those pearls.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Adore, one thing you got right. You don't fucking lock the mutes on my control surface anymore after I record. Good.
Yay.
But recording sessions look like Skittles now.
Skittles.
All the Skittles.
A Skittle?
Taste the rainbow, bitches. That type of Skittle. Here. Let me post on Imager. I love that feature.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yep. Maybe that'll work. Ah, can you not do pings?
It can, but for some reason the thumbnail didn't show on that one.
Be that way. There's Skittles.
No, it doesn't show.
Skittles. Like those little red dots, Skittles.
Are you looking?
Oh,
No, the different colors.
I realized it as I said it.
Okay.
I realized it as I said it.
All right. Now that we've gotten that out of the way. Oh, man. Has anybody played anything fun recently?
Not really.
Code Vein. Need for Speed World? Sorry,
Speaking of-
Soapbox Race World?
Weekends, I can say good things that Code Vein multiplayer works. Didn't have any issues, like none. Outside of like having to hack around the way the game allows you to join in, but...
Mm-hmm. And me having to drop out of your world and come back in order to be able to climb a ladder. That was it. That was literally the only issue.
What is it? The Windows XP of audio? Yeah, outdoor is nice. I mean, we gotta have our choice of DAWs on Linux. I mean, Traction's available, Bitvig is available on Linux. It's like outdoor. It works.
Ugh.
Bro.
I need an antacid.
And there's Audacity, that nightmare. I love Audacity. It's like, if you want to see what UI and UX experiences were in 97, have some of that. Hasn't changed a bit. Do you keep antacids like outside in a bowl? Alright, dude, just like have like a Halloween like bowl of antacids like right outside that door?
No, I have a bathroom where I keep my antacids.
Oh, that's a bathroom now?
That the room directly next to this one is a bathroom.
Wait, there's a hallway though, right?
Yeah.
It's just not
So
much of one.
So yeah,
Can-
if I go it this way
Mm-hmm.
and I turn a left, bathroom.
So you can kind of reach around the corner.
Yeah.
Where you do not deny having a bowl of antacids.
I mean it's a little like plastic container, but
We're
yeah.
establishing lore.
All right. Yes. I have. It's not so much a bowl as more of a trough that I stick my face in and then just like eat them.
Mm. And I don't know if I've ever had an antacid.
I get acid reflux sometimes.
Mm. All I eat's acid, so yeah.
Man, you must be tripping
Yeah, the
balls.
video of my apartment would be really tiny. It's like, here's the front door, there's the bathroom, that's the bedroom, that's the living room, that's the kitchen. They're done.
I don't do videos of the interior of my fucking... I really want to do one in the garage, like just welding like one Friday or something like that. Because you know what? I've seen 4chan. I've watched
Yes.
them work.
Yep.
Don't touch the brown acid. I don't know. You just take showers. That's it. Is that the beginning and end of the life of Steve these days? Yeah, take showers.
I wake up, I take a shower, I go to sleep.
That's it. I'm out.
Have a
Peace out,
nightmare.
bitches.
Get a popsicle, take a shower, go back to sleep.
And we get the beginnings of a metal song.
Wake up in the morning,
Wake
take
up.
a shower.
Take a shower. Popsicle. Go to sleep. If we just say it fucked up enough.
Yeah.
Put some
With
double
some
bass
blast
behind
beats.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be
And,
great.
and just some like this random distorted guitars playing power
Yeah.
chords.
That'd be awesome. Maybe a harpsichord solo.
Just wipe your own ass and take a shower.
You don't need to wipe your ass if you take a shower. You can just clean your butt in the shower.
No, shut up. Let me imagine him wiping his butt in the shower, because that's got to be something that he normally does.
Why does the toilet paper keep disintegrating? I'm just trying to wipe my butt in the shower.
As he sits in the corner of the shower, weeping silently, half covered in dissolved tissue.
I was just trying to adapt the pain lyrics with taking a shower.
This is the opening scene to our kids' movie.
Waking up and taking a shower.
Yep.
Eating a popsicle. That's just Steve. And then his house explodes. And like a 300-foot tall like Jill begins trashing like the Eastern Seaboard.
Old computers, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. It'll just end up with like a stockpile of buildings piled in one corner.
Yes. Jillzilla.
Oh, right.
In Japan, they call her Jillzira.
I'll get something to drink, then we'll get into the news. What?
Just no.
And instead of Aurora, it's just like giggles. Instead of atomic fire, it's also just giggles that like shatter all the glass in the buildings.
I don't have anything
Godzilla
constructive
Banshee.
to add to this. I'm going to get something to drink.
Rawr.
I'm a monster! And then she just takes over a building. You're welcome. I get 2 funny jokes an episode. That's it. That's number 1.
I was trying to figure out what was wrong with that child that the fish person is holding in their hand, and it's like, oh, the child is kneeling. All right, okay, got you. Because the proportions, they looked wrong. Attack on Pengu. Yep, that's where my brain went to.
Man, we need like the Marvel Cinematic like universe, but like for Gumby and Pengu and like all the old claymation, Davy and Goliath. Goliath has finally gathered the Infinity Stones and he's about to snap everyone into being a Christian.
Backing order.
Hello, Mad High 19.
Kami, the worms in the dirt, and you.
It's you, the dirt, the worms in the dirt, Popo stool, Kami, and Popo. Second rule of Popo's training: don't touch Popo's stuff.
I guess even Emperor penguins have trouble on ice. Yeah, that's kind of the first thing I'm going to do when I get the Pine book. It's like, oh, it comes with Manjaro KDE. Let's change that to something else now. Yeah, something that's not, you know, Arch. There is
just install
Ubuntu Mint
Gentoo.
does have a build for the Pine book, so I might go with that. Or Fedora. Fedora has Pine book image as well, so might go with that.
Do it.
Build your own.
Pine book from scratch. PFS.
No cross compiling.
I mean, I live that life. I know how it goes. Oh yeah, there's a new version of GCC out. Time to wait a week.
It does have 4 gigs of RAM. And,
Time to
will
wait
have
half a
an
week.
NVMe SSD.
Oh man, we had some fucking hacky network storage for that. It was great.
It's got like the same, like typical ARM big little pairing. It's 2 big cores and 4 little cores. I'm more concerned about the Mali drivers for the GPU.
That's been pretty well. Apparently, that's pretty well supported in Mesa. So,
All right.
Come on, listen. I want to get that false hope up a little bit, mister.
I mean, it depends on what you're expecting it to do, right?
I want you to have at least the smallest illusion that it won't immediately eat shit out of the box.
It's still an ARM SoC laptop. I have no illusions.
It's only slightly lower powered than my router.
Yeah. It's like on a 40-something 1-hour battery, it goes for 13 hours. Like, all right, okay.
The Pine tab looks interesting, man. That, I just, you know, me and Pedro have talked about that. It's like, that's completely fine. I just got to get in the, I got to be in the mood to burn like $100 because that's a fuck around device. I know me. Like, I'll play with that for maybe 2 or 3 days. Then it'll end up either put up or given to somebody.
Ugh.
Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Hey.
I want like multi CPU laptops. Like they got the ARM chips for like when you're just kind of duping around, and then you can cut over to the x86 when you need to do
we're
work.
talking about ARM. Pedro's like, where's Threadripper Mobile, bitches?
Yeah, I want my 24-core x86 laptop that will just melt a hole through my lap and like start melting into the ground like the fucking like the Chernobyl reactor core.
To be fair, Tuxedo have a B450 motherboard laptop that supports the 3950X. So you can get 16 cores and 32 threads.
My twisted, horrible ass at this point, I was genuinely looking at Epic motherboards the other day. I'm like, oh, there be dragons. Don't do that.
This motherboard actually has This motherboard actually has PCI over Dragon support. So
148 of them. I'm just like, that's fuck you slots. You don't even have to care. You stick whatever you want.
That's some slutty dragons.
Dude, man. They're not that expensive either. They're about $500 for the board. It's the CPU where you get fucked.
It is an Epic, yeah.
Yeah, it's still $1,200 for the first gen low-end babby ones.
Yep.
Yep. All right, kids. Let's do some news.
News.
Yes.
I need some cashews.
Stay away from them. There's no some and cashews don't dwell well in the same sentence structure with me.
Is it going to be a repeat of my like bag of almonds incident?
I will jack. It's nuts, man. There's nothing wrong with a mouthful of nuts.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's
That's
just
what
when you're
it is.
in
pooping
your
nuts.
mouth all the time.
It's only a problem when for the next 2 days you're just pooping chewed up nuts.
Man, I got a bag. I'll be just like I'll be mumble talking.
You've seen me do it on stream. It's real. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nutty news segment coming to you in 3, 2.
There will be news. That much I can promise you.
Put them in your mouth.
That doesn't work. Let's all go sit in pews
Salty nuts.
and eat cashews. In any case, this is the part of the show where we take a bit of a break to thank you.
No, we don't. We
because
beg for money.
That's true.
Well,
Well,
yes.
I mean, we can do two
comes
things at
after.
once
Have
poorly.
you not read the timestamps? This section is clearly called shameless self-promotion.
Indeed. Look how shameless we are. Do you want us to get some shame? Maybe you should buy some for us by heading on over to linuxgamecast.com and putting your mouse over the support button.
Hey, I made a
following
new
some
thing, by
links.
the way. With your support,
You did.
we're able to do a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell
You-
everyone about that.
Yeah.
I can be
Are you-
quiet a lot longer than you, sweetheart.
Are you going to tell the people? Whatever. Head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/LinuxGamecast, where you can see that thing that Ven's going to describe in 1 to several minutes from now. Becoming a Patreon is great because you get a lot of stuff for your donation. We do per show billing that may change as Patreon changes their fee structure. But anyways, you can get access to the show notes, you get access to our Discord channel, you get access to an extra hour of LGC content via the pre super shows, where we talked about video cards, ugly video
We're
cards.
talking about video cards. We do want to point out that that's available as a custom RSS feed that you get. So you don't have to mess around. You just boop, pop that in, you download it, or you can come in and watch it live, man.
Yeah, there was video this week. There was
Executive
streamed
producers.
video.
I'm working on making that like a regular thing. We've been trying it for the past 2 weeks. So if you're an executive producer, you can pop in and get a live video feed as well of
Access.
Nice.
Access to the show notes is cool because you can suggest stories, you can fact check us, you can just tell us what you think, and we'll talk about it because it's,
You can do what Dak
notes that we
did
don't
this
have to
week. Dak's like, yo, this thing's not, wait a minute, it's not Linux. Oh, wait, it doesn't work with wine. Never mind. Peace.
Never mind. We also got wish lists. I have a wish list. Pedro has a wish list. The studio has a wish list. If you buy us stuff from the wish list, you get on that reflective surface behind Ven.
This wish list exists to prove Pedro wrong. So I was like, yeah, and I want to upgrade the 2060. Well, actually, I want to like co-slot with a 2060 Super blower. And Pedro said,
They still, it's like, they don't make blower 2060s.
and I was like,
And he was wrong.
you were correct, but they do make 2060 Supers. It's got a little cake.
yeah.
Speaking of this wall, hang on. Oh,
Asus.
man. We got a new person. Boom, but you know me, love him. Man, you still can't make it on. I got to move. Hang on, let me move. Kinda. Okay.
And the other
Screw
one.
you, Arthur.
Aldi is on the fine upstanding Catawba walls 2.0 because at the very bottom of this rack behind me, which caused me to do some improbable yoga that I'm still like, geez, my right leg still messed up from that. Nothing that won't work itself out. A 1U APC, which is going to give us a solid everything for our audio stack, including Jackbox, is a solid 7 minutes on that. So seriously, I know it was like boring stuff like that, but that's very important. Hopefully we never have to use it. But if the power blinks, that's an extra 7 minutes. That's not on the other 4 UPSs. So thank you, Sarah.
He also sent me some long cords, so now I can engage standing desk mode. As you see me sort of muddling back and forth as I'm shifting weight from one leg to another. And Pedro, he got you some yoga pants?
Yeah, you got me.
Show us them booty. Show him that booty.
I'm not wearing them right now because I
What
forgot.
the hell? What the? Go!
if you
Go
go
now!
watch
Change
the,
your pants. Take them off on stream and put on the yoga pants right now.
Too hot for
right
Twitch.
now, sir.
But if you check the Wednesday show, what myself and Jill are on, I showed them off there, and they're right up against my keister, and they are very, very comfy. It's just that I had to get dressed today to do things, so I forgot to put them back on.
Look, Pedro, it is 2020. You can freely walk around in yoga pants if you so choose.
I think
they don't
the
have
real
pockets.
I think the real problem is that Pedro doesn't have an ass and he's ashamed of it.
Listen, if they don't have pockets,
Oh no, I have an ass.
I can get you a bag.
Pockets.
Pedro, I can get you a bag to carry your stuff.
I need pockets.
It's a satchel. Pockets. Indiana Jones has one. All right.
Man, that's awesome.
I guess this concludes our shilling hour.
That does it.
Pretty
That's
much.
Brilliant. Thank you, each and every one of you make this possible. Also, your name's going to be in the credits. We will forever. Actually, we'll be so much in your debt. We'll be back next week to do the same thing again.
So look, I guess we got to talk about the new addition to our wish list now.
Dude.
Well, not to Pedro's, anyways.
Dude. All right. What we're looking at.
I'm still confused by that.
Leaked images. Can you tell it's a slow news week, kids? Show NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080, which we were discussing in the pre super shows. And what you will notice is, look at the ends. On the one at the bottom, the shroud is on the left, and the one at the top, the shroud is on the right. What's up with that?
Which means one of those fans is on one side of the card and the other fan is on the other side of the card. So one is on the back plate, the other one is in the front plate. It's like, oh god, that tied a proper knot in my brain.
Now prepare your minds for this, gentlemen. What if those fans are on the both plates? What if it's about dual biradial? Like they're doing that in their secondary in both ways.
Maybe. No,
lower
there's
RPMs.
one is on one end of the card and the other one's on the other.
Yeah.
Besides being on opposite sides of the card as well.
So the
what
other
I'm
thing
saying,
is,
Pedro, is what if you flip that one over, there's another fan?
What if you flip that one over and there's an entire universe behind it?
There's a fan on the front and the back.
There's a PCB in the middle. That's the confusing bit here.
It's a magic fan.
Well, so the thing is, we don't know what the fuck that blue one is. That might be Intel's new GPU for all we know. Only the one in the front is labeled.
It says GeForce RTX on the blue one.
Intel GeForce RTX. Yeah.
My first thing is like, that looks fake.
Now, it could also be engineering samples. We don't know. This could just be a clever Photoshop. It could be someone just made like a really stupid looking cooler and wrote RTX 3080 on it and took a picture of it and sent it to a journalist. Yeah. We don't know. That's the point, is that it's just complete speculation. We're going to start speculating now because it's a picture.
I look forward to hopefully cheaper 20 series devices.
I look forward to a future where
AMD does something about it.
I look forward to a future where everything is ray traced, including the kernel.
Listen, Pedro, we're not all NVIDIA shills like you, okay?
Look, if Big Navi puts the 1080 to shame, I might buy one.
Here's hoping that AMD, because they've done such good work with Zen, that the Radeon Technology Group is going to be able to walk out and dominate a 2-year-old card. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's like the 5700 wasn't a terrible video card. It sort of went to bat with the 2070.
The 5700 and XT were good mid-range cards, but let's be honest with ourselves. They were mid-range cards. And, they were reasonably priced. They sold well, I think.
Yeah, they did. They released the sales numbers, and apparently they sold about 500 million of them in 2019 alone. So,
That's the thing we thought we'd pointed out. So we have more speculation and more vapor hardware.
Yeah,
vaporwave
and
a vaporwave. What would be in a vaporwave? Would you have to set the time on it?
I don't know. I'm just expecting a lot of ravers, pipe cleaners in hair.
Sorry, vaporwave.
So when do I get to play ET on my giant TV?
Tomorrow.
maybe early or mid-June, as they say, if you were one of the first 500 people to pre-order one, because that is when they're rolling it out of the factory. But yeah, despite most of the games that we used to make fun of because they would be forever in early access, they never will be. And we also had similar thing for hardware, namely the Smok Z and
Shut up,
the
Pedro.
Atari
This
VCS.
3D render. Wait, that's not. Well, that's also not
No,
showing me.
that's a video.
That's just a video.
That's asteroids, man.
You
Like,
kinda need, if you show it off your console, you might want to make sure it's on firm. Because I could hook up just about anything to that. There was a controller.
They're using the controller, so there's that at least. But yeah, no, they also have a video that shows it playing Borderlands 2.
There we go.
And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, oh, okay, that makes that much more interesting than any of the Atari games proper. But yeah, no, they will be rolling off the line in mid-June, so if you were one of the first 500 people to kiss goodbye to however much money you paid, you might get one soon.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to like zoom and enhance on that when I get a chance. The basketball looks interesting.
it only requires one button, apparently.
But I mean, this is the only video that I'm seeing where we're seeing the console itself. Wait, hang on.
There's another one.
Well, maybe.
No, it was just the thumbnail.
Jeez. All right. Come on. Wait.
Well, at least you can watch The Mandalorian on your Atari now.
Yeah. Okay. 100%. I got to be real about that, man. Here's where I am with this, man. Simply because the VCS and Atari's like, we're going to do motels too. I'm watching the video. I am definitely watching the video. I am. I'm still not believing it. I'm just not. I'm just having these Smash Z flashbacks. And, you brought up the
Which
Smash
is still
Z.
not out yet.
I know. Well, Pedro, I'm sure you'll be happy to know, as I follow them on r Smash Z, immediately jumped on COVID. They're like, oh, hey, look, now we're delayed because of this, too, by the way.
There's a delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was one prototype that was sent around to a few very select YouTube channels. But yeah, no.
I want this to exist, not because I want one, but I hate it when, we see hardware that's backed on Kickstarter. And especially from a project, from the company that purchased the rights to the name. Atari.
Infogrames, yes.
At least you would think there would be some safety in buying, because I like stuff like this getting made, and it really kneecaps the credibility of anybody trying to do this. They're like, no, man, I lost this money on my Atari than on everything, so I'm not going to back it.
Video games.
The next project. So yeah, I want this to actually come out, even though I care nothing about. I mean, it's good to run Linux. That's what we're talking about. Jordan, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's at least they're trying to make something out of it beyond like, oh, it's a SNES Mini or it's a PlayStation Mini or whatever. If they can like make a decent like Linux powered set top box that can play games at a decent rate, or like maybe there's some I don't know how that fucker is going to be playing Borderlands 2 on anything but low. That's really it for me.
Let's be honest, Borderlands 2 doesn't take much.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. And if you're playing on an
I was playing that on my
AMD APU
770,
like that one supposedly is, you can actually play it on medium at 60 FPS.
Medium.
I know. I've tried.
on that. I don't know, because the small form factor too. They have to do a lot more aggressive like thermal throttling as well. So
probably, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It might be cool. That the controller straight up looks like a spray painted Xbox 360 controller, so that could be literally anything.
But it's got red buttons.
Smaller,
Shut
though.
up, you hater.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, put it out there. Let's see what happens. Thank you, Salty, for subscribing me to this channel that I have access to edit and like upload videos to. Thank you.
You can finally go back and watch all of our wonderful archives.
Yeah,
you can watch the VODs now.
Yeah.
Without having to go through the management console.
Thank That's the thing, man. Should have got off the pot on that with VCS. I mean, the next bit of news I want to hear from that is backers are getting their units. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and actually have people like, yeah, it's a thing and it works and it's awesome. It would be, you know, like the cherry on top of them going, look, we made a Steam machine that's better than the Steam machines that Valve released. Oh wait.
Tell me about this wine announcement.
Enhance.
There's a teeny tiny little maintenance release for Wine 5.0. It's 5.0.1. And what it does is it fixes compilation with GCC 10.
Do you hear that, NVIDIA? Do you hear that? NVIDIA, are you listening? It's possible. Could you update CUDA to compile? I'm sorry. What were you saying?
One of these days.
Okay.
And they fixed... Well, they have various bug fixes. There's some home designer suite, some quick time, because apparently that's a thing that people want to run in Wine. Spin Tires Mudrunner apparently was crashing at launch, which is not an issue with Proton 5. Again, I know, I tried it. But it was an issue with Wine proper, so they fixed that. And yeah, it's just a roll-up with a number of bug fixes and quality of life improvements to the supposedly stable 5.0
Jordan, I was hoping you were going to jump in and read his part.
Oh, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. He already stole my maintenance release in the GCC 10 thing. Like,
I mean, it's the first line of the thing.
He can't help himself. He's like, listen, it's not nailed down, man.
It's plagiarismo doing his plagiarism best.
That's what he does.
Yeah. I mean, like,
first freaking line.
It's not your color.
Yeah, man. Colors and show notes are important.
Actual announcement.
That's not what. Yeah. Okay.
Pedro's colorblind. Fine. They added some time zones to this build too.
Ooh.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, it's a like was mentioned before. It's a maintenance release. The QuickTime bugs. I don't know. Fixing QuickTime bugs will probably upstream some other thing because things rely on other things.
One of the good things about this, I mean, stuff like, there's at least one or two people like, yes. Like Torchlight loading times. Why would I didn't even know people still played that? Somebody's very happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, under Linux, you don't have heads, so you got to play it under Wine.
No, that's been fixed. Flibbit went back and fixed that.
All right. Well, then you can handle your exceptions in Gothic 2: Night of the Raven.
Hey, man, a game we talked about a minute ago. In fact, we threw the sacred chairs at him, and it called Supraland, not Superland, Supraland. It was an Unreal Engine 4 game. Standard joint. We always like to take those out because they're more of a curiosity because Unreal Engine 4 support under Linux is not that stellar. Now, you can get a decent Linux build if, big if, you know what you're doing. If you're a competent developer, we've seen it. It can be done. However, tapping that export button, fam, unlike Unity, there's probably like a 70-75% chance you're going to get a decent build out of that. Can't say that with Unreal Engine 4. And it comes to find out, the developer, David, well, you know, I've been chasing this little tiny bug around the studio for the better part of an hour. I almost got him.
Welcome back to Breaking Bad.
Dude, he's been bugging me, man, as bugs do. There's been some issues with the latest update, and David M. writes, he's like, yo, well, some dude earlier, he was like, hey, it's not working. Here's the stack trace and all that. He's like, thanks, but I have no idea what to do with that. Okay. Jordan, could you explain some of these moon glyphs that are appearing before my very eyes?
I can't, but I assume if you run them through Valgrind, something will happen. Pedro actually shows up in this thread later trying to give this guy programming advice.
Oh.
But I mean,
did not.
On page 2, there's unaccounted for. I
got to rock in this.
No programming advice on that.
Okay, so one of the big issues there that we dealt in, this is the news that he writes. Hey, I just click package for Linux, and the engine does its thing. It's magic. That's all I got to do, man. That's all that's required. Then I put it in the Steam store, and you give me money, and if you need support for it, well, go fuck yourself.
I can tell you to go fuck yourself, yeah.
But like, so that's a little concerning if the developer looks at a stack trace and says, I don't know what this is. That means that you're probably not a developer. You're probably using like a very high level implementation of the engine and just using a bunch of prepackaged assets. It's sad though, because Superland's actually a good game. It's really fun.
Yes,
it's really
it was.
It's really creative. There are good puzzles. I really enjoyed playing it. Performance issues aside, you would hope that the developer cares enough to support all the platforms that they're fucking selling it on. I mean, yeah, also, we kind of knew it was an export job based on the performance hiccups that...
We kind of guessed it was. You know what?
Yeah.
I was kind of like, all right,
Someone
fine,
clicked export,
whatever.
yeah.
Then what happened a little later on in the thread, somebody else was like, yo, well, if you need to pull it from the Steam store, that's cool. Do what you got to do, fam. We'll just, make with some refunds. It'll be great because, hey, you're taking it away. Then David comes back and he's like, yeah, I agree on maybe we should just pull it from the Steam store, but we cannot financially justify supporting it properly. Not offering it would be better, but we don't have control over refunding. Well, all right. He makes these dual arguments. Am I right when I'm saying this? Because he's saying, how can the Linux version be more work than gain? Because he goes on to say this: if you're doing little more than tapping the export button, fam. So where's the financial justification for the non-existent fucking support that you were not offering in the first place? I have questions about that because your words, they don't make any sense. Am I missing something here, lads?
No, at this point, he's literally making free money off of the Linux version that he doesn't support.
Yeah.
That's what I'm reading.
But I mean, like, going back to what I was saying before, like, hey, well, the Windows version works just as well under Linux, if not better, so I should just not support Linux. This is sort of like the double-edged sword that is Proton, where we see developers saying, like, well, now we can throw out this excuse for not having to support our native games because now Valve will take care of it.
I mean,
for
it's
us.
genuinely walking out there and going, listen, I've been selling this thing without any intent of being able to support it or the capability because I'm not going down to the Linux store and buying a Linux computer. I genuinely can't be arsed to put fucking Linux on a spare laptop to take a look at it. No, I tap the button, you give me the money. That's how it works, fucko. I'm a developer. Yep. Here, the dude was really quick. He was like, whoa, refunds. We don't have any control over that now. Let's just not bring money into this. Come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, we had a little blink. I know.
Goes Tokyo.
Maybe we're not going to go down. I don't know. It's definitely thinking about it. Here's one of the things. If you pull Linux support, it shouldn't be an issue because there's only 6 Linux users. You couldn't make a financial case even when you weren't doing anything. So
yeah. Again, free money off of, the Linux people that you weren't supporting in the past, and you literally just click the button as per your own admission.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Rocket Cars did it. Rust did it. I mean, the mechanism certainly exists inside of Steam.
Mm-hmm. And my comment on page 2 was literally the 2 relevant lines. One of them is it's looking for the debug symbols file, which if it's packaged as a release version, it shouldn't be looking for that at all. But that's not the important bit. The important bit is what comes afterwards. Low-level fatal error. File unknown. There's a shader literally missing from the engine. So, and the engine, according
Jesse.
to the thing, it says,
Jesse.
please make sure cooking was successful.
Jesse, we have to cook.
So, yeah, no, that tells you what the error is right there. If you can't read that, I'm sorry, but consider the curator recommendation
Pedro, listen,
revoked.
We don't really have the financial, we don't have the budget to QA the reading the forums. This is
we
not
can't
in our
afford
budget.
to read the Steam forums, except for, the entire first page of the comment thread.
What's up with this, man? Okay, Pedro has a habit of killing projects, and I apologize to the Linux gaming community, the community as a whole, for asking him to do a video on the, what was it called?
Open joystick display.
May it rest in peace. Because then immediately was shut down after that because Pedro touched it, single-handedly killing yet another project. So I thought, maybe we'd give this a mention, Pedro, because... it's thing, and it's browser-based, so you can just import it as a browser source, hook it up, and do your thing, right?
Yep.
I'm playing with a controller right now.
I'm kind of turned on by this. I don't know,
but Yeah, I tried it on my end, and in Firefox, the DualShock 4 was completely off. The buttons were mapped completely wrong. But to be fair, with Open Joystick Display, I have to have the DualShock 4 plugged in. Otherwise, it wouldn't register some of the buttons properly. But when I opened this website, which is just gamepadviewer.com, in Chromium, everything worked fine in the DualShock 4, be it over Bluetooth or plugged in, analog sticks, triggers, buttons, everything was replying correctly to
Working?
my hitting. Yeah.
Is that the word you were mining for?
Yeah, no, it absolutely worked properly.
Yeah, it took me a minute. 100% full disclaimer. It's like, this thing doesn't work. It doesn't work. I read the screen, touch the... Oh, okay. Now it shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a multitude of different ones too. They have PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. You just click on the it defaults to the Xbox one, rightly so, I suppose. But yeah, it has a bunch of different ones.
I'm down with that. Being browser based, again, you can just pull it in as browser source and key it up. Still didn't see anything from a Nintendo Power Pad.
What about that Switch Pro controller or the Wii U controller screen thing?
No. This only supports controllers for real gamers.
Like the people who want to play Bayonetta 2.
Jordan looks forward to your email.
Yeah. Speaking of emails and potential ceases and desists, so you might remember a few years ago when LucasArts shuttered their doors, some sauce leaked for the Jedi Knight games, and everyone lost their mind, and they're all like, "Oh man, this is great! We're gonna make a Linux version," and they did. But there's still a bunch of copyrighted code in there. This project seeks to exist alongside that other one by doing a completely clean room implementation of the Jedi Knight engines, so that you can play Jedi Knight Jedi. Dark Forces. Either way. It's done for modern platforms, which is nice because now they can be integrated with SDL2, with Vulkan, with whatever the project happens to give a shit about. So that said, it's nice. More open source 3 implementations are good. It means that games can get played on newer computers longer.
Yeah, I very much look forward to playing Outlaws at 2560 by 1440 at 144 hertz, because having to play it in a 1600 by 1200 window, because that's as high as the resolution will go, at 30 FPS or 20 FPS, I don't know, but that game did not run at 60. It needs a bit of upgrading.
I have a new competitive gaming series. We're going to be playing the original Quake at UHD on 28-inch monitors at 640 by 480 in one 640 by 480 window.
That got censored.
Yeah.
Yes, that got bleeped.
We're getting censored by Twitch, man. We can't help it. We better hurry up and get out of here.
It's too hot. All right. We got a couple more things we got to talk about. First of which, Zowie Wowie, not 0.5. If you got an Xbox One controller you want to use with the wireless dongle and not in Bluetooth mode, this is the project you got to use. You can even now make your Xbox One controller pretend it's an Xbox 360 controller, which should make it work with more games, but according to Ven's computer, no, because nothing's been working with this 360 controller lately.
What? No, my 360 controller works swimmingly. It's this thing right here, man, that never has the correct button problems.
Well,
that was what Jordan used to complain about the whole time.
Yeah, it's true. But like, weren't you saying like you were plugging in your Xbox controller and like stuff wasn't working for the past couple of games we've been throwing chairs at?
No, that was this one.
Was?
Yeah. Attention.
All right.
I didn't expect you were paying, Eddie, so I'm not surprised here.
I'm pretty sure I remember you saying DualShock worked fine, 360 controller did not.
Things that I've never said.
Well, we got the audio. We can prove it either way.
We both know neither of us are going to go back through it.
Absolutely not. Ambiguous. And the last thing we got to talk about is a flying mud. Yeah, it's mud in the air.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Text flight, man. Check it out. Congratulations, operator. If you're reading this, you're in protocol. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking it is. You know what? The reason I want to throw this in, it's completely free. The source is available. There's the Discord and all that. And I think it's a mud space, but you can connect to this thing using SoCat. Yeah. You don't even have to like download the client. You just SoCat into this thing. And
or like Netcat or something. Yeah.
SoCat. What do you need?
SoCat.
Yeah, it's SoCat. It's
SoCatoa?
No, it's full of sows and cats. You ever sow a cat? It's brilliant. You got to hold them down.
Yeah, no, I turned it into a hover. Turned it into a hover drone.
That's how I got my cat quilt. A lot of SoCat.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of dead cats converted into drones, coming up next, we're throwing chairs at Nimbatus. Will we make a dead cat drone? Find out. Ah! My eyes.
The fuck did you do that for?
I needed to find this.
That's why you look at the floor.
The
Hard
floor was
lesson to
too
learn.
dark.
No, you look at the floor when you got the lights on.
Or you close your eyes.
Someone
and
clip
you
that.
see-
Fuck my eyes. Ugh.
Yes, what were the bleeps?
What?
That's what Mir was asking. What were the bleeps?
Who, what, where, when, why, bleep.
Purple. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I'm looking through automation curves and it didn't do that crazy thing. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Then again, I'm still running at like a 128 buffer, which is real fucking tight. I normally run a 256, so I'm just. I only get to test once a week, so you might as well try to make it catch on fire, then work your way backwards. The angelic Jordan. Right. The performance of Jordan in episode 4 is which one? Oh, that's this one. TL.
Yes, this is I am definitely performing. My acting is unparalleled.
Yes. Oh, I got to summon one more demon. One of the main reasons for the rewiring of the audio was to see if I could try something to prevent Jitsi from being able to do its thing.
Ah, with the loud microphone detection, whatever.
Yep. Did you hear that, fucko? I just summoned you. Bring it. We're
Click,
at the
click,
halfway
click,
point.
click, 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 click.
Right.
I mean, I take that over beep, or whatever the hell that was.
See, no one at home got that.
Ah, that's
Ah, they just got
interesting.
silence. Yeah.
Linux Nuru was like, it's like, what is that?
It's
And
just
Kata
nothing.
saying, we heard it.
Yeah. I got this thing called a master boss that I hear, so I know exactly what they hear. Oh, on Discord? See, that's fucking cheating.
Linux Nuru is not on Discord.
He's just making shit up.
I mean, he might have been on Discord. He might have dropped out because we scared him away with loud
Maddie
scary
confirms
noses.
Twitch.
Yeah, it blinked out and you guys gotta... I can play it back.
Do it.
Yeah, low-key censored, man. You ever been low-key censored?
Is
I've
that
never-
when
well,
is
I'm
that
sure
when
I've
Loki
been
shows up with
censored
like a
with
little
an
black
S.
card and like puts it over your junk? Loki censor.
Low-key censor, man. Where's my Loki show, by the way? They filmed that like almost a year and a half ago now.
2021 is when they're saying it's coming out.
Oh, get fucked, Disney. I mean, if you're trying to give, it's like, you want my money, there you go. I'll give you some money for that in exchange.
Yeah, they gotta stagger out the stuff that people actually want to see.
Well, that's why I'm curious, because they got to work on like the Mandalorian.
They got the Mandalorian, they got WandaVision, they got the Falcon and Winter Soldier series.
WandaVision I'm interested in. That's there.
There's the Obi-Wan one that's supposed to be coming.
Yeah, I'll believe
Keeps
that
getting
once
delayed.
it's, yeah, when it starts something other than pre-production.
Are we
What
going to
else?
get continuations of the previously Netflix shows like
Nope.
Jessica Jones and no?
Those are
Never
apps.
happened.
God fucking damn it, Disney.
Listen, man.
The mouse doesn't want to share.
It's like I like Daredevil. I did.
You mean the Red Evil?
The Red Evil, yes.
Well, I mean, as long as you didn't like pee in them, and put them in a bag, they'd probably be fine by now. I mean,
I was gonna ask Salty, are you wearing them right now?
right? Do you just have them with you? I'm like, yeah, they're right here in the bag.
They're like super stretched out and like destroyed because Salty's like a fully grown man now, not
It's
like a child.
You know, he has them if he can catch them.
Is it like William Shatner's wig?
No, they've never been washed. He just stands them up in his bedroom.
They're
That's
just
how crusty
crusty.
they are.
You're not the oldest one here by the stretch, though.
So yeah, you're 11. You're still a child.
Yes.
I did maths. I didn't claim they were good, but I did maths.
I mean, you
You
can
didn't
still
say
have
what kind. Right.
you can still have crusty PJs when you're 10 years old. Trust me, I know.
I'm more curious. How did you get a hold to them in 1970?
Well, I took a detour when I
Time travel.
installed all the the aluminum siding in your walls.
Yeah. That's like the only thing this house is missing for like the weird fucked up old shit they used to do. I don't have aluminium wiring.
Do you got asbestos?
Well, you know I don't, because there's no insulation. There's some newspaper in this fucking house between the brick and the drywall. Occasionally. I haven't torn down all the walls.
That's the secret. The entire house is made of asbestos.
Yeah. It's not drywall. It's just Prestus.
Yep. We call it the cancer house. Old man Ven used to live there until he exploded into an Akira-like monster.
That explains why it was on the market for 2 years with no one fucking touching it. And also explains why I got it for nothing. That would answer
like,
a
well-
lot of questions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get a drink and do a thing. Then we'll see if we can make this thing crash some more. Didn't crash. It's not going to do it again because I pulled up my error reporting tools.
Well, so it was great too because like I just clicked my mouse wheel and I scrolled up and then the beeping happened. I'm like, shit, did I cause that? It was,
Yeah, that's always the fun thing when something goes wrong. It's like, all right, where do I assign blame? That's immediately
Yeah.
where the brain goes. It's like, all right,
drinking time.
have fun, Pedro.
Yes. I know I wasn't touching the mouse or anything at that point. So it's like, not me. Not me. I don't know. Van keeps saying that you lot didn't hear it, so... I guess we'll scrub through the video tomorrow and see it's like, oh, maybe they did hear it. Huh. I mean, for everyone to have heard it, it was probably something to do with our door. That version 6 apparently has some issues. Yep. Most likely, Nemo. Most likely. Oh, by the way, Scott, the Linux version of Last Epoch was finally updated, but it still has the exact same issue, as in it's a single-threaded wonder. I was playing the game and I get magnificent 30 FPS at 2560 by 1440. Yeah, it is still very, very, very single-threaded. I saw the update coming, it's like, oh, that finally dropped. Alright, let's have a later. Oh, 30 FPS. Alright. They can. Not entirely sure which engine they're using, but Scott will probably know. Let's see. Last Epoch engine. Unity. So, yeah, no, Unity can do multi-thread.
You just have to click the use multi-threaded button on the export thing.
It's a tick box. You select it and then you export it. There, done.
And I don't have to pay anything.
That's how we make the shows, man. On Sunday, it's all it is. Tap that export button. It's like, I'll figure itself out.
Wait, isn't that what you paid the license for?
For the video? I don't have to do a ton of work on the video anymore. I could, most of, like, the goal of all of this is to do as much live to tape as possible. So there's no post-production. Or as little as possible. I bought DaVinci Resolve so I can render 4K UHD video faster than real time.
How much faster than real time?
Maybe 62 frames a second. Fuck you. But technically...
Salty, thank you for the 9-month resub.
Yeah.
Very much appreciated.
But yeah, like, it bounces. I mean, sometimes it depends on the scene and what type of color grading I have on there. But yeah, that's while upscaling too. So I can get about 60, 62 for encoding. HEVC 265. How about you, Jordan? What do you get?
In IRL for when I render things?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't rendered anything in so long.
Actually, I was pleasantly surprised at how quickly that game footage for this week rendered. Instead of the usual, oh, it'll be an hour to render about like 20 to 30 minutes of game footage. No. 8 minutes. Nice.
8 minutes.
Nice.
Très bien.
Hey, Leonardo Bianucci.
Pianucci.
Yeah, rendering 1080p video, I get 280 frames a second.
Yeah, no, I was only getting like 130.
And that's all done on the GPU. None of that, I mean...
No, that's X264. It's not slowest, but I think it's slow.
Are we also talking DaVinci versus Handbrake?
But we're talking GPU versus CPU. encoding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Massive parallelization. CUDA.
No GCC 10 for you, though.
No.
Only 9.
None. Not even a little.
Only 9.
All right. TikTok, click, click. All right. Click, click. Let's go. Let's hit the ASCII penis, get to the correct screen, and...
Is it a reverse penis?
Yeah, reverse penis is just like a church with some nuts. Or a tower, a clock tower with some nuts, because I couldn't get the backwards D. All right. Let's do it, kids. Check position coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Portuguese Autonomous Aviation Division, aka the Chair Acquisition. This week, we're taking a look at Nimbatus from Stray Fawn Studio. It's done in Unity. You can pick it up for about $20 US. What is it? Command the Nimbatus and crash drones out of hundreds of craft drones. I'm sorry.
You're right. You had that right.
I'm not
You were
incorrect,
correct,
but
yes.
crash drones out of hundreds of different parts. Survive unknown threats in a fully destructible procedural universe, compete against other players in different arenas, or enjoy complete creative freedom in Developer Sandbox. The developers sent us some keys for this a long time ago, back when we were in back when it was in early access, back when we were in early access as well on Steam. You remember that, right? Yeah. All right. So how to run on Debian?
Come check it out, man. On Debian testing. That's what I'm running right now. I'm hiding behind the subs. Hi, subs. Check this out. No issues. I mean, windowed. What am I running on? 1920X Threadripper, 32 gigs of RAM, NVMe's 2060 UHD displayed. Again, no issues. Solid 6. I had VSync on 1080p, 2160p is fine. Keyboard gerbil combo, wombo, worked as expected. Let's talk about, is it kind of fun? But Nimbatus, man? Tus or Tus? I don't know how we want to go with that. This is what happens when you create a drone constructor, like simulation, physics simulator and all that, and you tack some gaming elements on, kind of like an end, man. You know, like a rug, and really ties things together when you're spinning around planets. That's basically what you do. You fly around in circles, man. You spend a lot of time flying in circles, okay? That's the point I'm trying to get across. Well, it's a crashing simulator, but that's the gaming element of Nimbatus. It feels kind of like an afterthought, you know, since you spin around in circles and destroy space bees. What the hell has space bees ever done to anyone, man? Why are you going to be killing space bees?
They killed Fry.
They explode.
I don't know. I got mixed feels about that, man. But the fun, and it's legitimate fun, to be had with this game is the time that you spend building your drone, booping around, smashing into walls in the test chamber, trying to figure out, what the fuck am I doing? That doesn't work. Okay, let's take 2 on that. And then smashing yourself up again. Making something that is both controllable and useful for the mission at hand, be it a drill, laser beams, that's straight up challenging. All right, I get that. I likes that. Multiplayer. Whole different kind of chainsaws on that. That could be interesting. Hell, it could be fun because they have things like drone racing and deathmatch modes. Now, the drone racing I participated in, I took the Pepsi challenge with the one other person. It made a match. Hey, it was just one. It's better than nothing. Where I was on a track with my dinky little one propulsion drone that I had for casually not smashing directly into planets. I was smoked, but yeah, it's like, okay, I can see the fun of that. You know what? I had a good time cocking around in it. I can't say I'd recommend it for $20 right now, but you know what? If I got this on sale, I got it for like 15, 14, something like that. I'd definitely pick it up, man. It's good work. It's a solid piece of kit. I'm still a bit curious as why you chose to do like FMV recording of your game for the intro, which was a little pixelated when you could have just done that in Engine, but everything else is in Engine. Hey, whatever. I don't judge. For fun, middle of the road. Sort of want it. You did good.
Yeah, on Fedora 32, 64-bit with the i7-6700K, GTX 1080 Ti. Yeah, I mean, it plays when you click play, so that's always good. And your resolution options,
did it take
tiny
a minute
window
to get up and running on either of your systems? Because I was like, where are you going to start? There you go. All right.
I don't know. I stepped away for a second because I had to like go to the bathroom or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Do you like the resolution options? You got like tiny window or big window. I mean, they're okay. You can resize it. The engine supports it.
Can we all just come out and say, hey, everyone, developers, round robin resolution settings can go play in traffic while dying in a fire. Drop down menu, man, because it takes a minute to get from 1080p to 2160.
Yeah, especially with all like the weird software supported resolutions. Right. Yeah. Like who owns these anyways? Control wise, yeah, I mean, you got to assign buttons to thrusters and guns and stuff. So if you really don't like the controls, it's kind of your own fault. More on that in a little bit. Performance wise, holds about 300 frames a second in big window mode. So it's good, I guess. As for the fun, I mean, I think 12-year-old Jordan would have loved the crap out of this game because it's basically building a spaceship with Kinects, which was honestly a lot of what lonely 12-year-old Jordan did a lot.
Okay, I'm just going to be honest. The complexity of Pedro's drone is about 99 times over what I had.
Yeah, mine was a little more like Sputnik-y than that.
Yeah, mine was a ball with some shit sticking out the sides.
Yeah, I gave up on trying to make my ship look cool, and I just like, let's just make it functional. Let's just do that. Anyways, yeah, adult Jordan is kind of lukewarm about the game. Building the ships is fun, but the campaign doesn't really do it for me. You kind of dick around and try not to crash and complete various goals. And the creative mode just gives me the same options paralysis that you get in like Minecraft or Terraria or stuff like that. There are a lot of pre-built drones on the workshop though, so if you want to have a starting point, people have published their stuff. You can take a look at it and adjust it as you see. Wall.
Afterburner.
Yeah. Like Vince said, there's online multiplayer. It has a lot of modes. We didn't really get a chance to dick around with online multiplayer. I really think that maybe like you could get into some Besiege like hijinks with that, but that's just not get factored into the review this week. All in all, I'll give it 2 chairs. It's okay. It's not my jam, but
yeah, it over here on KDE Neon with the Ryzen 7 3700X and the GTX 1080, it launches, and if you keep VSync on, it holds 144 on my 144 hertz monitor. So that's one thing that Unity definitely got right. But if you remove the VSync, it's like, oh, 600 FERPs while you're building your drone. It's like, huh, interesting. If there is background music, I couldn't tell you anything about it because I didn't notice it. The controls, well, yeah, like Jordan already said,
you're right about
kind of make your own.
I didn't hear any beep boops, or I mean, it made noise when you were like flying a little bit.
Yes, when you were shooting the lasers and
pew-pews.
like the thrusters.
I mean,
but I couldn't tell you like background music.
Yeah, space polka while I was slaughtering space bees like the monster I am.
Space polka? Sing us some space polka. Can you space yodel?
I'm not allowed to.
No, let's not do that. That's when we get taken down from Twitch somehow. But no, the controls, yeah, you make your own controls. So yeah, like Jordan said, it's your own fault if you're not doing it properly. But it defaults to WAS, depending on where you put the thrusters, and the lasers are left click, and the little vacuum thingy is right click. So yeah, fun. Well, it's Retro Booster by way of Besieged with FDL style like level progression and a little bit of planet exploration. Very, very shallow planet exploration for that matter. But honestly, those are all very good games and really good donors of the individual mechanics. So having played a little bit of this during early access, it was totally because I wanted to and not because I didn't realize it was an early access. Yeah. But I also did like the semblance of the campaign that they added when they did the full release, because that wasn't there before, so that was nice. I think it's very well done, but if I'm being asked for my own personal opinion and whether I'd like to play more of it, my answer is a solid meh. 3 chairs.
That's not the meh score, but okay. So any final thoughts? Do you guys think that multiplayer would have like solved a lot of the issues we had?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. That's the multiplayer curse, man. You might have a really fun mechanic or something like that, but it's immediately killed by. I probably would have changed everything. Like, oh, this is great if I jumped in and there would have been 30 people playing. I'm like, oh, that's something to like play against. But it was me and the other person who's like, this is my thing. I play the racing stage and this multiplayer. That's why my ship has a billion. I know how to do it. I can finish this map in 2. Look how good I am. I'm like, but I don't want to invest against that. You know, I need some other people smashing into walls, farting around. So
Yeah.
it's well done. It's well done. I mean, $20. I mean, if you look at this, you're like, that could be fun. It'd be a good time killer.
Yep. If you're into this kind of shipbuilding game with like with the physics-based controls, I think like there's definitely a good game in here. You just gotta be the right type of person to enjoy that kind of thing.
Indeed.
All right. Coming up next, it's pointy, it's sharp, it's the hate mail segment. Ow. One thing we totally forgot to do, though, you gotta go to vote.linksgamecast.com and vote on some fucking show titles.
Oh, yes.
People have been suggesting them, and we forgot about it.
Fine. Wait, where's my buttons? There's my buttons.
Buttons! Reverse penis!
What do we have? Too pig to fail, too pig too furious.
Yeah. Zowie wowie.
Zoe Wowie beep beep. Censored by Bluetooth, butt fixes, baby Atari.
Teeny tiny little kitty, I'll give that a vote.
All right, TTLK.
Jeff Jet Tractor.
Jordan busts coccyx. Too pig to fail. All right.
That was from the pre-show though.
Well, that was a sympathy fuck then. All right.
That's pretty fuck. All right. Give it a refresh. Looks like Zowie Wowie and Teeny Tiny Little Kitty are tied for the lead.
Pedro's like dropping elbows on something, isn't he?
I don't know. Maybe he's like starting up a mosh pit with Nori and I don't know, the third person who lives in that apartment.
Yes.
I call him Eduardo.
Have you ever shut down the wrong box because you thought you were SSH'd into it? And your desktop goes, boom, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. I've done that with a server. I'm like, no, I wanted to shut off my machine, not that machine.
Oh.
No, because like you just run the power off command from the terminal, right? And you're waiting for the screen to go blank, and you're like, wait a second. Oh no, that's the wrong message. I shouldn't be seeing that.
I did that. I thought I was logged into Junkbox, and I forgot that I had clearly shut down Junkbox from another terminal, but I had terminal and I'm like, oh, why is that still open? All right, I need to shut you down. Then desktop, boom. It's like, okay. I'm glad nothing terribly important was open, but fair enough.
Ugh.
One, if you're brave enough, I'm like slightly flexible. A little bit flexible. I was wondering when it started getting warm what checkbox was going to be running at, so we're about 58 of the degrees.
Yeah, this is like the first proper heat season that this 3700X has experienced, and it's already crossed north of 70 once. So I might have to reconsider that Hyper 212.
Yeah, well, that's what I have on Jackbox, but it's not under much. Then see, that's the other thing. This is just where I got to play with the fans because all the fans in there are just like barely, as quiet as possible.
Yeah, those weren't set to as quiet as possible. Those were they have fairly aggressive fan curves, but as aggressive as the UEFI lets me set them.
To give you an example, the 8-core 16-thread 1700 non-X 65 watt parts at 59. The 180 watt 12-core 24 thread Threadripper is at 49.
Yeah. Then again, you have a massive Noctua that HD 15 on it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to check and see what the 8150 is running at now.
Come on, tap that. That thing will take so much punish because I had that thing clocked at almost 5 gigahertz.
Yeah, I'm not talking. I'm just talking about like how hot it's gonna make the room.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah, no, I am very much looking at either the NHD 15 from Noctua or the 240 AIO from NZXT, which apparently is pretty good.
But Pedro, those fans are brown and so ugly. Why would you put them in your computer?
You can't look at them. You'll know they're there.
My computer doesn't even have the glass side window.
Is it plastic?
It's all...
Well,
No, it's
then
all steel.
so-
It's all black
so
steel.
you're gonna be buying
Well, the
one of
front is
those.
plastic.
You're
Like
gonna
the
be
front
asking
panel
for
is
Martin
plastic.
to buy you that 3080 Founders Edition, then?
Yeah.
No.
Now I'm curious. Even like if you build the, because couldn't you put a heatsink on like if we've come up with like a 3-slot card. If you did do a blower side, but you did a blower on both sides, if you designed the PCB where you could component it out to a reasonable amount, but you also had a
Well, like there's also like the board real estate, right? Because
Yeah.
like then it would be knocking into other stuff.
well,
too.
you could design around that.
I get it would be like a weird like lightning bolt shaped card.
It
Then
would, almost like it would have an X in it.
yeah.
Or since you do have usually a little bit of room above the first PCIe slot, that's why you also have that first cutout there. Maybe they're using that now.
Or maybe they've like got down to like 7 nanometer and it just doesn't run that hot because we're in
maybe
NVIDIA.
it's just fake.
Or maybe it's Intel. Maybe it's Maybelline.
I like Intel. Intel's got some balls, man. They're like, yo, we put integrated graphics on a PCIe slot. Check this shit out. Yeah, we're Intel. Fuck you all. Boom. And walks back inside. Yeah. But that is like the impossible company to get excited about. right
Intel?
now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, apparently their GPU is straight up going to be just the laptop, the iGPU in a dedicated card.
Well, the one they demoed was like for hardware vendors to like add support for. I don't know. Maybe they have like a beefier version for like, I don't know, like a phone book thick laptop. Most of it's empty space to allow airflow to cool that fucker.
I mean, I have a laptop with a Xeon and a Quadro here. It's a chunky boy.
I have a drawer with a Quadro. It's a pretty nice sized drawer.
Did you ship your drawer?
Nah.
It's like chunky.
I remember when that was considered an ultra thin.
Do you
15.6 inch laptop.
Yeah. Tiny.
Oh, precision, man.
You can scale it. I don't know, man. I don't think Intel's... I think their graphics... Well, they got Radeon, so it's not just them fucking around, but they're going to be...
It's going to be a very hot GPU, is what you're saying?
It's going to be a very long time before we see product of something that we'd be like, oh, that... Because I think they're all going to be focused on compute. I don't really see Intel going after the gamers segment. I don't see a Halo product from...
No, I mean like they pretty much have the gamer segment on board for the CPUs. I mean most of the money's going to be in like machine learning because those are the guys who will buy like 5,000 cards for the entire staff so that we can like do local development. And then we're going to buy another like 10,000 for the prod cluster.
Man, ghost peppers would be really good.
Yeah.
With some corn with some cornbread.
Yeah. Ghost peppers aren't bad at all. I mean, they're spicy, but they're going to wreck you.
Oh, new wine staging. Version 510.
Give me one that runs Bioshock. Then Strider won't walk into a wall of... Yeah, I got you on that one, buddy. You got to recalibrate your fucking statement. Which he has yet to do. All right. So...
Let's end it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Jackbox to blink, but I know it won't because I have QJack CTL open with a message reporting. So,
No, it's not gonna blink because you're looking at it right now. The second we start recording, it's gonna fuck up.
no, because then I'd be able to. I would have a log.
A log.
Yeah, it's not going to do it when I can find out what it's going to tell me. It's like, oh, this is what happened. Nope. All right. Let's put the bow on it. Truck 5's armed. Let's make sure we're spaced. That's good. Lock. Loaded. Going. And boop, boop, boop. Last segment of the night, everyone. Hey,
There it is.
X-Run callback.
No, Scott, you can't hear that.
It's an urban legend. It's a myth.
No, Vance said you couldn't hear that, so you can't hear that.
Now he's just doing it on purpose.
Maybe. You were very much in like, I'm not above that. Not even a little bit.
Listen, we've been working together for fucking 8 years now, man. Gotta learn something.
All right. We should be good. All right. In 3, 2.
And before things start beeping again, that was weird, we should probably wrap this up. And yeah, if you'd like to let us know about how you like people bleeping in your ears,
Roasted,
I guess.
toasted, and bleeped to a crisp.
Yes, you can go to linuxgamecast.com, hit the contact button, make sure LGC Weekly is the show that you're sending your hate mail to, and it'll be featured right here, right now, unless you're a game developer and you're trying to promote your Kickstarter and you don't have a working build.
Normally I would say expletive deleted, but that would be more like expletive debleeped.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
which you guys can't hear. It's
Nope.
impossible.
It's not that.
Yeah, no, you can't hear it.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. You have no idea what any of us are talking about. Go watch the full 4-hour block.
It's going to be great. Jordan's going to discover the pain button in a minute.
Listen, my life is the pain
Brave
button.
man with headset
The
on.
shock over
That's all I'm
IP.
saying.
The technology is coming, don't
You'd
worry.
be surprised what, about 80 dB sounds like. Just all at once. All right.
And anyways, Pedro, tell the people how to get in touch with us. Or did you
I
already?
have.
Hey, Jordan,
okay.
pay
But-
attention.
I can tell you that Ertan agreed with Jordan last week.
Oh, no.
Because we were talking about Proton, and I was playing, I was defending the argument that Proton is a good thing, and Jordan was saying Proton is not entirely a good thing. And Ertan says, Jordan does have a point about Proton and how more developers are seeing it as their Linux solution. We should not have one abstraction layer to which all of these developers rely, because Valve may one day stop supporting Proton. Then we may have Proton games that don't work on Linux, and we'll be back to Windows games not working either. Okay,
Well,
counter argument to that. How
well,
long
so-
has
so- so-
wine been around?
I don't know. You told me, Pedro.
Over a decade now.
It's been at least 3 years.
So the issue here is not so much Valve not supporting Proton because, as was mentioned a million times already, Proton is open source. There are community contributors, but the maintainability of Proton as a solution, I am skeptical of, because effectively what you're doing is you are maintaining 2 operating systems. You are maintaining Linux, the host operating system, and then you are maintaining the other operating system on top of that, the Win32 API, that quite frankly requires you to reproduce bugs in the parent OS in order to make certain things work. I look at like a long-standing project like, say, Xorg, and that is so bloated. You look at other projects like Java, incredibly bloated. Proton, Wine, whatever the solution may morph into, may become that. And it's Proton is good as a short-term solution. We have lots of games we can play now. It's great. It's wonderful. I'm not hating on Proton. I'm just saying, let's not put all our eggs in one basket, because that's how you lose all your eggs.
But
Snakes.
Why are you thinking that anyone is putting all the snakes in one basket? This is just one company. No, it is the one company that's increased everyone's Linux gaming library overnight with more games natively on Linux than had ever existed, period, beforehand. But yeah, I mean, I can't panic about it, because to Pedro's point, he's like, yeah, Wyden's been around 20 years, man. And I mean, there's a group of people
17 apparently, but
that
yeah.
know that project inside out, much like X.org. There's that core team of volunteers, and you know, we have people like Codeweavers and stuff like that working with Proton. And I mean, as a permanent solution, no, but I definitely look at Proton as more of a complement to what we see with native, because my first thought is backwards compatibility on Linux fucking sucks. Period.
This is true. There's a lot of cases even today where Proton is, if you're running like a Wayland desktop, Proton is your only option for playing games, because that will actually be supported by the DE. But that's the thing. You can make the argument that yes, this should exist alongside native solutions, but then the reality of the situation is that developers don't consider that. They are considering this, we don't have to do anything. We can just ship our binaries and they will run, and that will be the case forever. And the minute it stops working, we're not going to care anymore.
Well, that's kind of where we're already at, though. They're like, yeah, we tap that Unity button. We tap that UE4 button.
We saw it this week. We talked about it at length. So this my concern is this is just going to become more and more commonplace until.
Well, I think it's far more prevalent than most people realize, and I think Proton's been there, at least in point of like, yeah, you clearly just tap that export button, fam. So let's see how this runs under Oh, look, it actually runs better under Proton.
And there's a lot of that, and that was kind of my point last week. We've seen more games work with Proton and work reliably and work well in the year that Proton has been out than we've had like native games on Linux ever.
So then of course that just begs the question: are we okay with native Linux gaming just dying outright? Are we fine with Win32 being the dominant API for gaming platforms?
Last week, no, I'm not okay with that. But that's kind of how things shook out. Yep.
But and that is the core of my argument, is that we are ending up at we're running towards an unmaintainable cliff. We're putting the tracks in front of us as the train is.
Isn't the core of that
driving off the cliff,
though, is saying that Windows is unmaintainable?
Yeah. Look. Well,
I mean, it's not wrong.
You can get away with more garbage in a closed source operating system than you can in an open source operating system.
It's like every single feature update, Windows 10 breaks in spectacular ways.
Yeah.
But in 10 years, Microsoft's going to be running a Linux kernel, right?
Sure.
That's what I thought, because you know what? On that Win32 bombshell, we got to cue the music. Thanks to each and every one of you. Shut up. We didn't have any good fires. We had small little things to pet out.
We had bleepy flyers. Yeah. Bleepy fires.
No, they were silent. Flyers. Get it right.
Yes, you didn't hear them.
Stick with the script. Never happened.
I didn't hear that. It's impossible.
That's great. No one's hearing him. If you want to hear me, you can find me on Twitter. I'm there. I'm doing the things at Vinstone on Twitter. We have a Mastodon instance. If you're to the that thing, mast.linuxgamecast.com, linuxgamecast.com, YouTube, all that fun stuff. Come say hi. I might click a button. No promises.
If you want to be exposed to signal that is slightly less unpleasant than
you mean
giant
silent to the point where I might message Pedro and be like, did you see Jordan like retweeted something?
Exactly. You can follow me at The Burning Fool on Twitter.
Jordan just creeps. He's there. He's the guy behind the curtain. He's like, I'm watching. Keep doing it.
I'm like that dude from Hamlet who got stabbed. Everyone.
The wall?
Polonius.
I mean, you can stab this wall, but not
Polonius.
this little rectangle right
'Cause it
here.
bites.
This rectangle cannot be stabbed. But if you'd like to take a stab at me, you can do so on Twitter, please. And only on Twitter. That's @unaccounted4. Follow me there. Take a stab at me. I'll take another stab at you.
Everyone go
How's
blow
that?
up his live journal. Leave some comments. It'd be brilliant.
You'd have to make one first.
I'll give everyone the link in a minute. We gotta roll
That
some
was
credits.
WordPress, but
Oh no, I'm talking about your live journal. Do you know how long that took to make? Boop.
I don't know how. What's the fastest you can make a live journal in?
I don't know. Is that like legitimately still a service?
Sure. Let's do some live journal speed runs.
Live
speed journaling.
Jasmine. What's
Yeah.
that?
All right, we got to thank all the people like Haplo, our resident spending too much money person, and our executive producers like Arthur and Empty, the Atomic Gas, Michael G, Barb Rampt, Aldius, Mac Geek, Scoot, Frosty the Clawman, Drummer 7, Lutris,
He
aka
could be
Strider.
Chloe the Frostman.
He could. And Mr. Foxdog, we also got to thank our producers that these guys are going to say, but you're not going to hear it. It's
David
impossible.
S, Smashley G, Michael, Eagle, Jolie, Tapical, Gaius, Matthew, Max, Yabo, Stonyfish, Curse G, Jay,
KY
Mr.
Linux
Alert,
class.
Brad S,
Igor,
Massability, Dan
Joe
W,
Angel,
Nubbin, Luke,
KTW,
Matt C, Mike W,
Brom.
Christopher C, Frezzo, Aldius,
Leonardo.
Costa, Dirty Dean,
Chris,
Grayson, Jack,
Abstraction.
Todd,
and
Nicole.
Lucidity. Shameless plugs.
Can't read anymore.
You can't read
Our
it
show
anymore.
on Linux. Yeah, buddy. Pipe your things into other pipes.
Absolutely.
Nixon's pyramid.
You can
If I
absolutely
die,
have
can I
your
get
plug
entombed in
right
Nixon's
there.
pyramid?
Man, library.tv can eat a dick with their URL structure. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Boop.
I didn't hear anything.
No, that was me testing if I could trigger it. Fucko, get ready.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, you have the sensor on command now.
I think I've triggered it. The beautiful thing is, that's only going back to you. It's not coming through the back, the monitor bus. So that's where I'm trying to figure out where it's coming out for the actual wiring problem to solve the issue. Never mind. This is the support I get. Blake Stairs.
You want support from Linux Gamecast?
No, Jordan, I want support from you. You're more than
From
Linux
me?
Gamecast.
Am I?
I just said you were.
What more am I?
Someone who doesn't pay a terrible amount of attention, but you're more than Linux Gamecast.
What am I more than?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, you're more than Linux Gamecast.
No, the band, yes. The yes is a substantial amount of more than, but you're more than yes.
All right, I've always wanted to be a 70s prog rock group. I'm cool with that.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
And no one noticed the puns that I made with the drone names.
Man, I want that alligator just to fuck him up. Please tell me that.
Bite off his ear.
Yeah. And I don't want him to die, but I want him to learn a lesson.
A lesson about cuddling crocs.
And why it's not a good idea.
It's a great idea. Stay tuned for my Thursday stream where I'm going to go hug a bunch of crocodiles.
Are you going to Florida?
No.
Why not? Don't you want to go to Florida?
No.
Come on, live a little. You've been to
I'll
Florida.
die. I've been to Florida many times. There's a reason I don't want to go back. All right. Smoky time.
Mostly alligators. I mean, if you want proper, proper crocodiles. Africa and I guess the zoo would have, like, a proper crocodile.
I just imagine you showing up somewhere and you're like, what's this bullshit non-proper crocodile? Get the fuck out of here.
It's an alligator. It goes a bit higher off the ground.
If I get a tango with 4 legs, nope, I'd much rather it be an alligator than a crocodile.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
Bit tinier.
Bit less hell-bent bitey, too.
And if it's got a slightly stubbier snout and not as ridged body, run. That's a Komodo dragon.
I want a Komodo dragon. We could be friends.
It's like Bad Hallet, the worst case of Bad Hallet in the world.
No, I could pick them up, throw them at my enemies. It'd be great. We get along wonderfully. No one expects a surprise Komodo dragon, let's be honest.
Yes.
On the scale of stuff people might pull out of a bag and throw at you, Komodo dragon's not on that. One has to imagine it's the same thing that goes through your brain trying to comprehend what's coming at you. Is like when I threw a couch at someone. Like, what?
It's like, what the hell is that? Oh, God.
What show were you fucking listening to? We weren't comparing drugs. I'll throw that out there. So I gotta figure out if this thing is just recording some beard automation curves.
Spew?
I think that might be it. Let's see. No. So, Pedro, how are things?
I'm reading Twitter, sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm investigating bugs. Really couldn't keep the convo flowing there, buddy.
Yeah, I went to Twitter to see who had liked the tweet about the show going live. It was literally just Cody who retweeted it. Thank you, Cody. And the 2 Linux bots that always retweet my stuff.
Take it where you can get it, man.
Yeah. How have you not... Foxy, you gotta end in your Australian card at this rate. Start
What?
drinking.
Well, we spoke just said booze.
You shouldn't force yourself to drink anything. Unless you want to. That's just a good way to go about life. Literally find a... I like whiskey. I like beer. I like the bitter stuff, basically. Gin is weird. I'm not entirely sure I like gin.
Ginadoo. That's where gin is on my scale of like, I never go, oh, gin. It's like, yeah, gin, alright.
Yeah, I mean, as a mixer, it's alright.
Let's be honest, after like 3 or 4 glasses of mixer, it doesn't really matter. I mean...
No,
I'm good.
It's
We're
the
good.
drink.
Yeah.
It's the drink you're having.
So, let's do an experiment where only music's armed, so let's do... I'm not getting any hiccups. So, let's bring a me into the mix. No, it should be recording. I think that might... Maybe?
Maybe? Perhaps? Who knows?
See, I don't want to dig into this too much because I'm redoing things Monday. This is my half-assed attempt at being a responsible person.
Trying to figure out what the thing is, yes.
Yeah. There, I get it to do it.
Okay, this time I genuinely didn't hear it.
If I could figure out...
Apparently the stream heard it.
Alright. Yeah, you see, it didn't even... I think this is a Outdoor 6 problem.
Now, Chat Realm, I'd like you to go 1, 2, yeah, the intermission between the Steam and the news, and remind me of what I said.
What did you say?
That it was his Ardor 6 issue because you've had nothing but problems with it?
Did I say it wasn't?
No.
Oh.
You just said
wait, I'm
exactly
sorry. We're
the
dealing
thing I
with
said.
Pedro. Pedro's like, yeah, I said the thing, mother. It's like, yeah, no one said you were wrong, buddy. Okay, here you go. Here's that trophy. All right, number one.
It was either that or I'd be quiet, so yeah. I'll make a
Default.
fool out of myself for the sake of not, being quiet, I guess.
I'd be happier if I had, like, a bug to go report, because that's one of the points of running Outdoor 6. See, Outdoor 6 being out means that Aurora 5.3, 5.4, they're finally stable.
It's not as bad as KDE. It took them up to KDE 5.16 for KDE 5 to be anywhere near usable.
Yeah, but I'm pulling data from this over the network, processing and sending it back to you in 2.7 milliseconds, so... KDE's got to open up
That
a
is pretty
fucking
good.
window.
Oh, it could open them. The problem is when it closed them.
Something
As in-
I genuinely didn't know until I started playing around with this stuff is like the second thing that is more taxing on a computer. Gaming, number 1. Audio, number 2. Like, that, number 2. Then, like, number 3 is over here some fucking way.
Yeah, no, I have to basically rely on you to say, your audio's fucked. Go look at whatever's happening. It's like, alright.
I just listened to it.
Yes.
You know it takes 2 seconds to set up your own monitor.
Probably don't even need that long. I could just plug the headset into the
Never thought
interface
of
and
it.
I'd be
Never
listening
crossed your
to
mind.
myself.
That you could get your voice in the game music. Like, direct. You could hear what the... Nope. Not once.
Yeah, I did do the recording beforehand. I start the game beforehand and I record and I say some things into the microphone to see what the levels are going to be at for that particular game, and there, done.
Man, wait till I tell you about that fucking shock mount you have.
Gonna have to get another one.
No. Well, oh yeah.
Oh, the twirl around
yeah.
thing to point directly.
That
at
was
my
a great
face.
moment in cinema, kids. That was true, childlike, heartfelt. Oh, Jordan, if you were talking, we couldn't hear you. I was playing with shit. Give me a second. All right, you should be good.
That's okay.
There we go. Yeah, you're on the in track now.
I don't know, monitors are weird. Hearing myself is like,
Well, you could hear yourself in real time.
yeah.
At the same time you're talking, it doesn't
I-
really make that much of a difference.
You know what? It still kind of does. It's still weird to me.
Does,
It's like
at first, it's fucked up. It's weird. That's everyone's first. But then it gets to the point where you have to have it. Like if I talking without monitoring, I'm like, am I talking? Is this thing on? But it's very important when we're doing, because people forget to do this. You can mix with your ears, because I know what my volume sounds like. I know what you sound like and what you sound like. I can adjust your levels without looking at any fucking meters. I can just like, okay, we all sound at the same volume. And if you're playing in Forever Alone mode, kids, that other person is your game audio. Because you know what you sound like, and if something happens in the game and all of a sudden you can't hear yourself, something's got to go up or something's got to go down. So monitoring is very important.
thrill ho.
I'm more concerned with a...
You can masturbate like that. What is Millhouse doing?
Fucking Canadians, dude. With their weird masturbation rituals.
You need to...
This is what Millhouse is doing, man. I can never I can never see the scene the same again.
Okay.
The repetitiveness.
Just if you ever see Jordan on a seesaw, just leave.
Listen, this is why you're not going to see me on a seesaw.
No, the worrying thing is I did, and you were blindfolded.
How did you get into my basement?
I know.
I set up my own seesaw for.
Do you
pleasure.
guys do you have like
teeter-totter. There we go.
A basement?
That's the other name for it.
Do you have access to a basement, like storage area, or
I don't have a locker
like
because
underground?
I think technically it's underground, but like
Ish.
A
little bit.
You're in a building; it's hard to tell, right? Like.
Oh. Alan, you're 100%. Yeah. If you get about 700 milliseconds, it will make it impossible to talk. You won't be able to read something. If I hand you a script, you'll start jacking it up. If you get that late delay.
It's like almost a full second behind, yeah.
Yeah. That's when you want to disable your PDC, baby.
It was a loading ready run. They had, during one of their live streams, they had someone with like a headset, the microphone, and they were listening to themselves on like half a second delay. And they had to give instructions to someone else across the room to build a Lego model. Suffice it to say, they took them 30 minutes and they didn't get anywhere near. And it was a tiny Lego model too.
I know some people will just piss and moan if they're like not at 2.7, but if they're like 5.3 at a 256, they're like, oh, I just can't do it. Man, that's like if you've ever been on a stage before in your life and you have monitors at the end of the stage. That's that delay, just the transportation of the sound waves going into your ear holes. I'm like, I just can't work like that. Go fuck yourself. Tonight. Who wants to be on Team LGC before we go crushing noobs?
Who hasn't?
We gotta start
And
Steam.
We're trying to get everyone in, right?
Yeah.
At least once.
Yeah.
North Ranger. Have you done
Oh,
a thing
Jelly
with
Bean
us?
has added me to his friends list.
Ew.
Old Wacky Jackie.
Yes. Jackie Bean.
Yeah. I'm still pissed off at Empty for fucking eating all that pork.
What?
Yeah, no, dude.
No. That doesn't need a backstory. Not even a little
backstory?
bit.
All right. Well, I'm still mad at him
Quote.
eating all that fucking pork. It's true. I was looking forward to it. And when I went to like get my share, it was gone. And later, well, fuck it, whatever. I'm just mad at him. Fuck.
I don't know why this came up, but it's brilliant. Don't eat all a man's pork.
Because Jack provided the pork.
Oh.
He has a pork smoker in his backyard, and he smoked us some pork.
Nice.
Apparently, he smoked an insufficient amount of pork.
Apparently, I was saving it too. A piece of shit.
Well, that'll also teach you a lesson.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, no saving.
Don't trust the empty.
Yeah, get in while the getting's fucking good, right?
Left for bread.
Left for bread.
Scooch, scooch. There we go. That's locked and loaded. Now we need that. And that. Look at that. Get all professional and shit. Cool.
Oh, man.
Sorry it's taken so long to go into the after shows, and this is because Pennywise showed up first. I'm scared of clowns.
Pennywise has been there for a while.
He's been hanging out. Like, as soon as we got done with the show, and he's like, oh, they quit mumbling about time to play some games. Hey, guys.
Has Pennywise been on our team yet?
I don't know. He's probably not even listening right now.
I have no fucking idea.
I don't know.
I don't keep track of this. It's not my job. It's apparently Patrick's job.
Sure. That tracks. I gotta get something to drink myself. Pedro, you are the map master. Masura. The map
Mapu Master.
Musta.
So you gotta pick out the Campagan. And all that shit while I get something to drink. Yeah.
Okay. So we did Dead Air and Death Toll and...
What's one we'd be good at? Stack the deck in our favor, Pedro. Use this advantage.
We haven't done Swamp Fever yet.
Isn't that the one with the cornfield full of witches?
No, that's Hard Rain.
Oh. We haven't done the I don't think we've done the one where you have to like defend the concert. That one's fun with the gnome.
Oh, that's center. I think we started that one, but we didn't finish it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember dying as the tank in the lobby because people took too long and the fire just killed me. It spawned me in the fire as the tank, and I'm just like, look at my health just tick down. Are they gonna show up? Nope. They're still ticking around by the elevator.
Oh, is it Dark Carnival?
Yeah, Dark Carnival.
Oh yeah, that center is when you have to refuel the car to get out.
Yeah, and the mall. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Dark Carnival. We've done that too. That's the one that starts off in the highway.
Oh.
Yeah, we've done that several times actually.
No, because then what? We just haven't gotten far into it. Is that the entire thing?
Yeah.
Really? Is that it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we do the first level of it a lot, but we never actually like play it through. But I think now we're at the point now where it's pretty quick. Sometimes, I don't know.
Sometimes. Yeah,
I'm debating whether I should lower the desk and sit down and play this.
And then you go down to the stream, and then up on the other side, and then you go into Happy Fun Land, where there's a bunch of achievements there that you can get from like doing like the rides,
Carnival games,
and
yeah. And if you win the gnome and you bring the gnome all the way to the final event and you like get it onto the helicopter,
Yep.
you get an achievement for that. Good old
my
gnome,
little brother
gnome
got me
Chomsky.
that achievement.
I remember we were specifically going after it. It was back when I was like playing this with other people under Windows. All right, so what's it gonna be, Pedro? Pick one that we're gonna kick their ass in, one that we have undisputed mastery over.
I mean, if that's what we're going for, we can go for the Dark Carnival. And now I can hear myself. Momentarily.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
I gotta like redo the mix when I bring in game audio.
Oh.
I just gotta turn it up. So this way I can light up after shows and watch everybody jump in there. So that's gonna be Discord, which I get to bring in. Get their main output. They might be in there. You never know with that lot.
No,
Nope,
Not
no
at all.
one's here. Not at all.
No.
Only beeps.
It's cute
lots
how
are
they,
off.
you can like.
Only blue.
I bet money they all talk over each other too.
Hello.
Yep, yep.
Of course we are. It wouldn't be LGC if we're not talking over each other.
Talking.
And more talking and talking over this person.
Yeah,
talking over
what are
that
we
person, and this one, and
saying
this
stuff
one,
and
we're all
other
talking
things
over
and all over each other and yeah.
Yep.
There's a Blue Man
That
Group
sounds
song like
sexy,
this.
Alan.
Sexy.
Okay.
Do I have that set there? Hey, look, there's Discord audio with a gang of people.
It was a great show, guys. It's really
How
fun.
dare.
You guys were on today.
Those bleeps. Those bleeps, man.
Yes. We were unnecessarily censored
It's
repeatedly.
too hot for Twitch, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just to screw with
Twitch has
people,
been
if I remember tomorrow, I will add beeps over any audio breakage on the pretty.
Do it.
Would you?
Well, it's great too because one just shows up just before you hit record. It was
Well, it's going to be like great because you know when you do the bleep, you just got to cut the audio out anyway. So any audio blocks, I just like all right, bleep bleep, unnecessary censorship.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
But would he be doing that to be funny, or would we do that to hide the fact that it made it at the end?
Scott, as I like to say, yes.
Inclusive all.
Ooh, there's the daisy here.
I'm here.
Let's see. We have that set together. So did we decide on a map?
I mean,
Yep.
if we're going by what Jordan's asking, which is one we're good at, well, the one we have the most practice of is Dark Carnival.
The first level of Dark Carnival.
Yes.
Specifically.
Oh man, somebody spooled up their well actually drive.
Wow.
But yeah, since we're now doing like the levels in sequence with the two teams now, we'll actually get to play the rest of the levels.
All right. So we're doing Dark Carnival.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I think I've done this one with me at one point.
Yeah.
And all I remember that is
we
running
never
around with a katana. That's
We
all I
never
remember.
finished it.
No, we never finished it.
Oh wow,
Well,
that's
we
pretty
got
good.
some-
You.
me and
area and
Random,
it
wasn't
just- We got
Apparently-
to the merry-go-round area and
Never
we
played it.
just
I was
kept
up on the train at the roller coaster at least. Because I remember distinctly running around for the bloody katana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we
that was a
got
nice
there, too.
change for the crescendo events that they do.
Uh-huh.
It's like you actually have to move.
Who's AJ?
It's interesting. I
AJ
actually
is
feel my,
Daisy. Yes. Oh, Daisy can be on our team.
Yeah.
Pick a
That's
survivor. Pick a survivor, Daisy.
There's only
do
one
that.
survivor
character.
left.
Ah,
Yeah.
Nick then.
You get to be Nick.
Oh,
Awesome, Daisy.
Hi, AJ.
Hey, ups.
I'm calling my brother AJ.
But his name's Gary.
I actually have I have a brother named Gary.
Gary.
Oh, you do,
Gary.
Foxy.
Actually,
Dad
the real
was
name's Andrew, but
named- my dad was named Gary. so-
Does he say smell you later a lot? I'm curious.
well, me.
I don't think so.
I was thinking more Voltec, but sure.
Yeah, that Gary.
That was Gary.
That vault was just creepy. That was incredibly creepy.
Smell you later.
Well, we have one slot. Jill, you want in?
We don't have a Mistral. Oh, there's a Mistral. Okay.
Somebody's gonna get a bot. I don't care. That's better if it's not us.
It's gonna be the.
Anyways?
It's gonna be the zombies. Gonna get a bot.
Mir?
Come on, someone, anyone,
Jill?
anyone in the chat.
I'll play next game. How about that?
Okay, I mean, you can drop anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, you can literally join in at any point.
Okay.
Yay, Source Engine.
Yeah, right.
It's also something that has never been repeated since.
AJ, you definitely want to mute. Are you ready? Wait, is that?
Yeah, I
Yes.
voted to start. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Not much people talking about.
They got a bot. They got a bot.
It's a going.
Automatic. You must be this tall to die. Does that mean that short people survive the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah. Look,
Yes.
Like,
there's a little alligator in the corner. It's so cute. Oh.
it's Schnappy. He shit sleeves.
A little bit too much of the schnapps.
So does he leave presents?
Never too young for
High
this.
fiber
High fiber. Okay.
and bifiber.
Try fiber.
High in fiber?
Oh,
High on fiber.
I'm not high on life. I'm high on fiber.
It's a fury whip. Oh man, I haven't listened to the new High on Fire yet.
Right.
I gotta get on that.
Go.
Yay!
Well,
All right.
we got a bottle of
Sorry,
wine.
folks. This car is capable of miracles, but it can't drive over 20 miles of parked cars. I think we're
Yeah,
walking.
can.
Oh,
Got us this far. We'll find another way to New Orleans.
Nowlands.
No,
Nolan.
All right, I guess I'm gonna take the chrome shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're good.
Go get the shotgun.
Oh,
Let's go,
everyone
let's-
went with the shotgun. All right, in that case,
Gang.
I'll take
Yeah,
the SMG.
All right, yeah.
Twin Oaks. Shit, I used to go there when I was a kid.
I know, right?
Now
It's
we can-
brilliant.
All right.
Jockey and a boomer.
Yo.
Reload. They left them when they got rescued.
Watch out,
Dang.
Pedro behind you.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
oh, how did I miss everyone?
Oh shit.
Let's go.
Be shooting me.
All right.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Missed fucking out everyone.
All right, let's do it.
Wasted the charger.
Reloading.
Look out!
Oh, well, at least the bot's got something decent that can actually use.
Oh,
Whoa.
hello, friend.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Come with me, come with me, come with me, my little pretty.
Reloading.
Come with me, my pretty.
All right.
Shotgun sucks.
Yeah.
I hear a spitter or a smoker.
Yeah, it
Watch
was double
out.
shotty. Work.
A smoker right there. And it got me.
Had you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that wasn't the best
Oh,
spot.
that, okay.
Oh, fire.
Smooth.
Sorry, there was a dude in there. I'm just like, yeah, let's just light him on fire. Fuck that guy.
I need heals. Cover me.
Okay, Ben's the
No,
healing.
don't cover him.
So much for covering. But thanks, guys. Just thought that counts.
I hear a boomer.
Yes.
You know, it's not all right that you were shooting.
25%. Let's make it 50. Let's make it 50.
Look out.
Hey, is there some pills? Watch out.
Oh,
god damn, fuck zombies.
Ammo. Oh, I got boomed.
Pop goes the boomer.
Good on you, Michael. You
Can't
taught the character
see
you didn't have to
anything.
aim.
I'm gonna die. What the hell?
All right,
Someone get
I'm getting
Ven
men.
up.
I'm getting
working.
men.
Shooting each other.
I'm shooting my teammates, because that's
All
how I
right, buddy, step up, step up.
I'm
I need
healing.
to turn this audio down. It's driving me nuts.
All right, let's
And
get out,
the
get out,
spitter
go.
spits.
We gotta kill that fucker.
I'll hold on to these.
Hang on.
Look out!
Heads up.
See if you guys can cover me for a second.
Charger! Oh, Smoker got me. Smoker.
Oh, wow.
Nope. That killed all the... This is going to take a minute.
Spit.
Spitter is on the
Top
bridge.
corner.
There
on
we
the
go.
bridge.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right, let's. I'm going for the bridge.
Was there a way to switch to third person in this game?
Eventually.
There's a console command.
Yeah, it's console command.
Hello. What are you doing up
Oh
here?
shit! Smoker got me. Fuck! I went to kill the spitter and I got isolated.
Leave him.
Yeah, leave me. Leave me to die.
Leave him. Going the wrong way, kids.
Run away. Run away.
You too, Jill. Go. I got Jordan. Go get the others. Yeah. He did. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'm playing scout for you guys now.
Pretty much ammo.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's worth going in there.
Nope. Cannot.
Doors and corners. That's where boomers like to hide. Doors and corners.
Yep.
Fire bullets here.
Fire bullets.
Fire bullet.
Deploying fire bullets.
Uh-oh.
Watch out! There's a charger behind you. Charger.
Ah, jeez.
I got my fire bullets. Damn it.
Ah.
There.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
All right.
Spitter behind you. Spitter behind you.
Oh, she's all the way back there.
Ow. Hurty. Fire me hot.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't catch that one.
Never.
All right. Fuck that noise.
Thank you.
Oops.
Oh shit. There's a spinner and a smoker behind you. Oh, and a jockey. Oh no.
Get him up. Leave me alone.
Crap.
No, that's it. That's it.
Right, I need to turn this bloody audio down. It's driving me nuts.
Jordan got greedy.
No, I knew there was a spinner up there, and I wanted to get rid of it.
It was me.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
You didn't know I was still there too.
I didn't know you were there at all. So
I was the one who got you earlier.
Sorry, guys.
I thought you got killed.
Hot idea after all.
No.
All right. So what do we want to do?
Oh, coach.
Venue and I need to.
Well, if they get past,
Jill?
where are you going to be?
Pick up the medkit
Okay.
and the gun.
I guess.
Pedro's
so you-
there, so I think I will strategically
hide.
hide.
Okay.
Need the medkit still.
I'm gonna see if anyone gets left behind or
Behind you.
goes too far ahead.
Jill, red thing.
Right thing
Pick up
right
the
there.
red thing.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Hey,
Go.
look who's here.
Hey, whisper those.
All right.
Jockey somewhere.
You're jockeys.
It's behind this
Sure.
truck.
Maybe they
Keep
love
your eyes
you
up
when they got
behind. Watch 'em out from the truck.
Follow him, Fox Dog.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Here they come. Let's go. Spitter up there.
Gotcha. Avoid the acid.
Jockey. Jill behind you.
Oh, there's a
Jockey.
smoker back here.
Got him.
Shoot the jockey.
Okay. Got him.
Not that jockey.
No, you didn't.
No, you're not.
It's on me.
Yes. Very
I'm
nice.
getting smokered.
Very nice. Very nice.
Ooh.
By the way, Jill.
God damn it! I got
When
stuck
we,
on the bus.
Okay, let's keep going. When we say
What do I got?
like a jockey or something, that
Yeah.
means it's probably on us. So look for someone who has a red thing on them.
Oh, have fun.
Don't be shooting me.
There's another spitter somewhere. I just heard it.
Ah, boomer.
Charger.
No, I got charger.
Jill. Get up, get up, get up.
Okay.
Get up, get up, get up.
Oh. Oh no. Is
Oh,
it just-
no.
Who's left?
Did we
Scott?
get it?
Oh,
Heal up, you lot.
Hey, how do you drop in?
I've got no space at the moment. Sorry, DeCrasney.
By the way, just so you know, healing
Spit up.
healing by that can of gas is probably a bad idea. But I didn't buy that, so that's good.
Yeah, we're all healed up. Let's go.
all right, Pedro. How do you want to play this?
It's
Keep your
gonna
eyes
be
on the
hard. They're gonna go for the ammo, so I say we get them down there.
Hey, you got one. Okay. I'm gonna make use of this.
Oh! Jordan got me.
Yeah.
No icon.
I hear Hunter.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
you were saved by
the
your
charger
fucking
missed.
lag.
Just barely.
Lag? What?
Yeah, dude, I was right into you. It was like, LOL, Australia.
You know what? You're on the other side of the street.
Let's all make it up to
Swing and a miss.
Yeah,
Hey man, you have to try.
that was legit.
Scoot.
keep going.
Just trying to get you behind the truck.
All right, what do I got? What do I got? What do I got? What do I got?
I need.
Really? All right. Sure.
Oh, hello.
Get out of the way.
It'll be quicker than that.
Yep.
Heal, Mr. Alert.
I don't have any heals.
Onto it.
Kill him, kill him.
Got him.
No, I said heal Mr. Alert, so M. Fox
Yeah,
dog,
get over
heal
here,
Mr.
Mr.
Alert.
Alert, so I can give you the friendly touch.
Oh, I hear a jockey somewhere.
Yeah, jockey and smoker over there.
Gravy, gravy for the win. Let's go.
They're around that door there to the right.
Yep. Oh, smoker.
Oh.
Schloop. Schloop.
On top. Thank you. Let's go. Keep it moving. Oh, god damn it. Did I just shoot that car? No, wrong car. Do not shoot car. Oh, hi, Tiger.
Oh, no, I got smoker now.
Yeah.
Oh. Boom! That was a cult one. Very big cult.
They need to be revived. Revive them.
What? Oh, go. You keep running, get the point.
Split him up. Split him up.
No,
Split him
they're
up. Split him up.
special. They're special over here.
Take him out.
Yeah.
Oh, go.
Oh.
The goo.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Go.
Get good. Get good.
Go. Don't worry about me.
I'm going. I'm going.
I'm more nothing. Split it. Coming up behind you. Coming up those stairs.
Get in here.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm trying
Jockey.
Get onto the spit.
I tried to get him on the spit.
Come help me.
That's a little too late.
Come up the
Scott.
stairs. It is right behind that corner. Right behind the scope. Just right around that corner.
Yes.
There we go.
Excellent spit. Excellent
That was
spit.
a boom, baby.
It actually misses me.
The spit is still up there, just
Okay.
outside that room. Here it comes.
Good, you got AJ.
Hold on.
I got it.
Very good.
I think you're too close there.
Alright, get moving, you two. I can't protect you for much longer.
Just gonna get some distance.
Well, no, we got jockeyed. And I'm dead.
And I'm
Alright,
dead.
going around here.
Oh, it took me forever. I did it.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Come on, the witch wants to hang out.
I'm good, Scott. Scott.
He's so fast.
Doing good.
Pedro, right on top of you.
Ooh.
Ah, good one.
There we
Ah.
Still got less points.
There we go.
At least we're not too far behind.
Slowly but surely, we are getting better.
Well. All right. Mastery.
Yes, Joe, you are.
Mastery.
Despite having a meat shield on your team, yes.
Meat shields are
Jill,
generally good, but
Jill, you're an excellent meat shield. Don't let anyone tell you less.
I don't know. Sometimes it can be an armed meat shield. Then
I used to love that game.
I'm gonna take a Uzi.
same.
Yeah.
Woozy team.
go for it.
Team Woozy.
Uzi.
Uzi, your Uzi.
Good yellow notes.
Uzi wasn't very Uzi.
Reload.
Johnny on me. And the charger on me.
Nuts.
Who nicked him? Who was that
Wow.
bad guy? Who nicked our wonderful little Mexican
I
one?
missed Ben like 3 times.
Aw, are you targeting
No.
Jockey on
I
Daisy.
was-
Is there
I
even a
did-
room button? I can't find it.
Yeah, Daisy.
The jockey went flying.
me? Come on, Pedro, Jordan.
I'm coming. I'm just making sure Pedro's safe.
Thank you.
Eh,
Ooh, good
Ooh,
sniper.
good guns. Good guns.
good guns.
What's the plan, y'all?
What bullshit am I gonna get this time?
Alright. Ah, fuck yes, katana! Katana!
Crap.
Oh god.
I'll
no.
take your second pistol then.
Do it. Oh, charger
All
got
right.
me.
What the hell am I hearing? I'm hearing a squeaky toy.
Another
Where?
katana here.
Yes.
Alright, double katanas.
Fuck you all,
Y'all are
bring it.
fucked. Yeah! Eat shit.
You don't even need to die, but come on.
Oh, there's an
Pipe
axe up there
bombs.
too.
Pipe bombs.
A pipe bomb and a Molotov.
Where's everyone?
Molotov coming.
I didn't need to do that.
Spin her on the roof.
Oh god damn it.
Great movie.
Isn't that just New
Anyone?
York?
Did someone get him?
I don't know. Let's kill more things.
I didn't
we'll find
see
out.
the spinner died one.
There's an AK over here if you want it.
I got the good sniper, so I'll take it.
Who's that all the way back there?
That's right, whoops. Shit sakes.
Really? Rah, 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 rah. Slice, slice, slice. All right.
Not this time. Last one I was pretty much running a whole cave.
Katana squad.
Come on,
Let's go.
Team Gensu.
Team miss everything with the katanas.
I guess we're going for this hole, right?
Yeah.
Yes. There's another katana.
Oh, jockey.
Let's go.
I'm stuck with the zombies here.
That sounds like.
I'm down.
All right, we've come too far. Keep pushing. Pedro, turn it
One's
around.
going back. One's going back.
Well, we're gonna die now, Pedro.
Shit.
There you go. Happy?
If only I had had some cover.
I was going after Pedro.
Dude, I was killing the hunter that was coming after you, man.
Where do we go now? I don't. Who the fuck is? You little shit.
Okay, I was winning in a melee attack against the katana.
I didn't even know you were there. That's how much winning you were doing. I was like, is something I did?
Look at your health, dude.
Die already! Come on, hurry up! Die! Die!
He looked at his health.
Shit.
Okay, now that they're down, you have to go and take the other two.
I know.
I don't know where we're supposed to be going.
Neither do I.
That's why you stick with Pedro.
Have fun. Well, I'm dead.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm dead. All right, we're playing scout.
Oh shit then.
One
Oh,
left.
what the fuck are on fire?
Gun style.
That's it.
Whoa, that sucks. All right. Wow, we're just consistently getting like 228.
Yeah.
We made it
halfway
right
there.
up until the point.
Oh.
That was bad.
But right up to the point where I went to save Jordan and I had no backup.
Yeah.
Hey, man! I took out a hunter and a charger that was trying to kill you. I tried, man. I did my best with that shitty pistol they give you when you're dying.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, you either
Alright,
get the
let's go.
Magnum or the
Run,
moment
run,
you're
run.
down, you're useless.
No, come on. Give him a chance.
All right, let's go.
All right, what do we want to do?
Oh, take fucking
Better.
Bitter, take a boost. Bitter, take a boost.
Hunter. Charge up.
Knock, knock.
Yeah.
How the hell did that not do
Jockey.
anything?
Oh.
Seriously,
Jill,
I
with us.
charged it to
Here.
someone and
Over here.
I stopped midway.
Yeah.
What the hell?
With us, Jill.
2, 1. What's it gonna be? All right.
Got a bunch of them.
Good. I've got a bunch more on me. I might need a bit of a handle.
Boy, there's a whole lot of them here. Come on.
Yep.
Oh, there's smoker. Oh, and some jockey. I got a jockey on me now.
Get us behind that.
No, not in the go. Oh,
Yes, in the goo. Forever
Always
in the goo.
Where did that skip?
Smoker. Hit me. If you right click me, I get freed.
Right.
Did you notice me, Scott?
I only got one spit off. That's unfortunate.
Which way do we go?
Okay, let's go into the garage here.
okay.
Sure, that sounds like a good idea.
Yes, wait for
Excellent.
it.
What the heck is going on?
Come on, get in here, Jill. Hurry up.
Yes!
I saw that.
Hi, Scott.
That was
Jockey.
I got him.
very good charge.
Lovely
Very
idea.
good charge.
Oh,
Get up.
Oh.
There's a hunter still.
Yes! Yes! Run away like a coward.
are we just running forward? All right.
Sure, whatever.
Aww.
I'm not going back to the
That
next
sounded so defeated. I love it.
By the way, Spirit coming up behind you.
Whoa. Okay.
Have some more.
The jockey.
Oh, hi.
Yes. That's one. Get the other.
I burned to death.
We all had
One
mid-kick.
Foxy.
Nice, Foxy.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes! Oh shit, no. Boo!
Yes.
Wait, yes!
Yes.
Yes!
We still win.
We just have to be doing. We just have to keep doing marginally better than them, and then
God damn it.
as long as we just as long as we learn from our mistakes and use it to inflict pain on them, I think we're good.
Yes.
No, got space for one.
I
If
think
someone
we're
wants
full.
to drop,
If somebody wants to rotate, we do.
Is there a bot?
No, Jill jumped in.
all right,
No
let's
pressure.
go. No time to plan.
Okay.
Oh, this is an interesting level.
I hear Hunter around.
Oh,
Get out of my way.
Yeah, it's the tunnel of love.
Oh!
I tried to get the bonus damage, but it didn't work.
Okay, that didn't help. Why didn't I not bring up the fucking
shit.
ramp?
Oh!
I don't know what I was trying to do there.
Do we go left, right?
Oh!
There's
Got
only
me,
one
okay.
way that isn't blocked. It changes depending on the AI director.
That's right. Go right.
That's right.
It's right.
Mike.
Keep it clean. Let's keep rolling.
Ah, shit, I'm being direct there.
Oh, that was a hunter. Okay.
Yep.
Help him. Go. Leave AJ, sorry. Go. End event.
Ah, crap.
Yeah, that doesn't work in this so well.
Pitch
Good
face.
boomer shooting.
Where are you hiding, Jordan?
Oh, god damn it. Smoker got me.
Hi, Pedro.
Oh, I think we've established that no one cares about me, so you got the wrong person there, Scott.
Bill, run away.
I get the homing pigeon. What are you talking about?
Oh!
Fuck him up.
We're all getting fucked.
There we go.
I'm fucked. Alright, run,
Hi,
man.
Ben.
Run.
Oh, you were coming for you, man.
Goodbye.
Gotcha.
Oh, God damn it.
Eat shit, Mr. Fox Dog.
I got you on the fucking ground, so I'm happy.
All right.
Oh,
I invite you. Oh, baby, we gotta do better than that.
We're not gonna do better than that.
We gotta do Pedro. We gotta do better than that.
Okay, so stick close together and don't leave people to die.
Yeah, that's the thing. The whole leave people behind doesn't work.
It doesn't. It's all about action economy. They have more actors on the board than we do. They will do more stuff, and it'll more likely work over time.
Yeah.
So.
Everyone good?
Remember, you can overthink this and still fucking lose.
Absolutely, but it's easier when you all stick together.
That way you can die together.
Way easier.
They're held up on the... Well, they were for a minute. Yeah!
No.
Come on, Jordan. Make contact. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Jockey.
AJ, good job.
Hot jockey. No.
The seeds of confusion.
Let's go right. Let's go right.
Come on,
All
this
right.
way. What's your corner?
Don't wait.
Gotcha.
Oh no.
You got infinite ammo on that thing?
Don't wait. Keep going.
Yep,
Don't listen to Scott. He just wants you to die.
Oh. Jill, be careful of the goo.
Hack.
Oh, okay, it goes away.
Fuck!
You done goofed.
Jill, keep going. We'll let you heal around here. Heal with the three of us. Heal, grab the med kit, and press the left mouse button. Heal, Jill. Switch to the med kit.
Damn it! Aww.
You know what? I'll heal. Okay, you got it? Good.
Yeah.
Hunter. Right there. And spit
There
out.
we go.
Okay, okay, you know what? I'll heal you, Jill.
That's 5.
What happened to Jill? I got no.
Alright.
Charge up.
Okay, get in here. Get in here.
Come on. Yep. Come on.
Come on, Amelia.
Patience.
Yeah, they got him distracted. They got him singing.
Thank you, Scott.
Let's go.
I want to be a lumberjack. Oh, someone get Jill.
Hunter.
Clowns. Jockey on me. Thank you. Can we go up or down?
Sorry, we're gonna leave Jill.
There we go.
Keep going.
Keep fighting, Jill. Keep fighting. Sniper rifle.
Oh, I lit him up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I should have walked on the railing.
Okay.
Okay.
You right there, Jill?
Keep going, Jill.
Yeah, I'm killing myself.
What? You can't keep moving, you know.
Ah, damn it.
You can't catch up.
Drop down.
Yep.
Oh.
Drop them down.
Yeah, drop down.
Oh, no. I got smokered. I guess I'll,
Save Mr. Alert, Jill.
Somebody needs to save Alan.
Be the hero.
We're down here.
Jill, you're the only one who can save me.
I can't see the screen at all. It's all black.
Hot charger.
Oh.
Aim a bit
I'll
better
take it.
over the hill.
I'll take it.
Come on, let's keep going. Clown.
Jockey.
Hunter's got Jill.
There's that.
While they're distracted, let's keep going.
Smoker, just keep going now. Keep going. Get some points.
Yeah, you already won this round anyway.
Yeah.
There's that.
Oh, goddamn, what the fuck happened? Someone nipped me here on a fall over.
We're within 8
We're
points.
just 8 points behind. Wow. Yeah, we got
Good on that
a
one.
pretty hard thing.
Yeah,
You've got more than double our points now with that round.
Well,
That's the last one, though.
I think there's 2 left. It's usually 5 in the main
Yeah,
ones.
it's this one and the next.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Almost all of them have 5.
This is the one with the roller coaster, and then the one after that is the stage.
Well, I mean, you know, if we come out ahead, it could be the last one.
I did 1 damage as a spinner.
I probably did 0.
It's that one.
which way?
Ooh, AK.
This way out.
I don't know what I want to do here.
Fucking where? Where they going? Oh.
Here.
I got it. All right. Stupid ass shotgun. Let's go. Quit fucking standing around. All right. Got a jogging.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going after Ben. He got me.
All right.
Ah, damn it!
Come on,
boy.
my little kid. Come on, my little kid.
Up. I'm gonna get fucked. Everyone's in the back.
Yeah, stick together.
Yeah. Keep up.
If someone gets ahead of you, you can fall back a little bit.
You could run faster.
Oh, I can do this.
Come on, Jordan. I thought we were sticking together.
Come on. Oh, where are you? Come on, they're all there.
We need to go through the bumper cars,
Let's
just
go.
FYI.
Ah, I clicked the wrong button.
Well, you get it, better get moving, Scott.
Well,
No, you can respawn. If you get burned up, wait, press C.
Who's that? Is that
No, I
a
respawn.
down?
Time to move. Let's go.
Goddamn zombies.
Goddamn zombies indeed.
I need more heals.
Pedro got me.
Hello.
Oh, God! Thanks, then, Foxdog.
Oh, mate, got you a little bit closer to where you needed to be.
Shoot that zombie. Someone shoot that zombie.
Come on, we're nearly gone. There we go, that's a good one.
Ah, I got smoked.
Next one. Oh shit, I'm shooting the wrong fucking thing.
Pedro, are you down too?
No, I'm saving people.
I can't get out of this fucking corner. There you go.
Now he's down.
Oh shit!
That
Just
was
get up!
I'm healing myself.
Spitters on the roof.
Alright. Watch out.
Come with me! Come with me!
Wow.
Oh, yes. And Ben's got
Stop the Ben. Come on, Ben. Save your friends, Ben.
Save your Ben. Save your friends. Come on.
And he's dead.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, no, not.
Watch out on the roof, Ben. There's a spitter.
Alright.
Oh, not going. Go.
You want to shoot each other to death, Pedro?
Yeah, might as well. Because I like how Vin prefers to go into the noxious goo than saving people.
Yeah.
I'll be good.
Fuck,
Oh, that's
fuck,
what
we
you
need
do for me?
You die.
I hate you being the fucking hunter.
Ah, he finally
Yeah,
got me. Yeah.
Alright, we can do that.
Alright. We just have to like kill them immediately. That's the plan. It's just like fist them with no lubrication. Okay, what do we got? What do we got?
Oh yeah, what do we got here?
That's not gonna be a good spread.
Oh, good. Cool. Let's go.
Yep. Let's go.
All right. Oh, there's a spitter.
Mr. Alert. Do you
There's a charger behind there.
I help Foxy.
Jockey.
Where?
Behind us.
Oh, there it is.
Damn
I
it.
see it.
It's dead.
I'll be up.
Up in the bumper cars.
Come on.
Bump them cars.
Nice.
Oh.
I got it.
Damn it. Someone shut the tongue.
Impetus charged us.
Got it going, Joe.
God damn it. Stay away from me on boom.
Whoa. Okay, that didn't.
Yeah.
That was too close. That was too
Here's a
close.
fun little fuckbox.
I swapped the lever, unfortunately. Sorry, Joe.
Okay. I actually was doing that for decent.
There's a fucking clown somewhere.
Can you slow down, Foxy?
Oh, yes, I can. I'd rather not, but I can. Okay, that's not the right way, is it? No, it's not. This way, I think. Yeah, this
Fuck!
way.
Damn.
Okay, drop on me. Stop.
Okay, so why can't this zombie uproot a bench? I'm sorry, that's bullshit.
Okay, there's a spitter behind us somewhere.
Okay, up the
No,
ladder, up
there's
the ladder.
not, Alan. You're saying shit again. Damn it.
Oh no, I got smokered. Okay.
Surprise tree.
Okay, there's nothing up here. Where the fuck do we go?
Oh, nice, Scott.
I'll take that.
Oh no.
They have the guitar? Oh no.
I heard katana.
There's Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter on me. Go. Get moving. Where do we go? Where the fuck do we go?
Air tank.
Nice team.
Charger.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Let's keep moving.
Spitter on the roof. Spitter on the roof.
Whoa.
Come on, tank. Don't get lost. Go after them.
Yeah,
Where
they're
is it? Where
outlined.
are
They're
they?
easy to
Can't even
see.
find
Go.
out where anybody is.
This way?
I use this map at all.
It's damn walls.
Where?
Oh god, they spawned
Is
me
it
in a building.
here? Oh, there's the tank's in there. Yeah, okay.
Get on the tank.
Ooh.
Ow!
This would be helpful if I could just...
That jockey was
Okay.
clutch, by the way. Good jockey, good jockey.
Okay, that's the end of that then.
Hi, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Good kill, jockey.
Oh. Got us.
Yay!
Would have had more if we knew where the fuck to go.
We
That's half
figured
the
it out
fun.
eventually, but
Yeah. That was such a good pull too. I got you right behind a corner, and then I just kept getting you behind corners.
well, you got me past a tank, so they had to go past a tank to get me.
Now's the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Looks like where's Zambo's this time?
Jill, don't forget your make it over there.
I'm just a teenage Zambo baby.
Over here.
With shotgun.
Come listen to Iron Maiden with me.
Okay, coming right out, I'm going to put him at a stop right here. You see where I'm at?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and trap one.
I'm
Pedro,
going to
you
stop
wanna
them
run
before
it?
they... Okay, I'm going to stop them right after that, so maybe they'll head in your...
You ready?
Okay.
Yeah,
go.
Because Pedro can.
Jockey.
Boomer vomit.
Boomer ball.
Okay.
Hey, Jill.
I'm reloading. Yes.
Keep going.
They're spread apart, so...
Yeah, pick him off.
Keep together.
Come on, Joe. Hurry up.
Oh, Charger's incoming.
Fucking hell. YOLO! Ah. I didn't want to do that, but...
Damn it!
Where is it?
They're split. They're split.
They're split.
Hunter, do your
split.
thing.
Oh, God, damn
AJ,
it.
you gotta crouch before you
What
do
is
the
the
hunter.
crouch? But I keep pressing
Yes.
crouch and it's not
Control.
doing it.
You have to hold it.
Yeah, you hit
It's left
control
mouse button
to
to fire,
crouch
isn't
and then left click
Yeah, that's what I
to
was
do
doing.
the pounce.
Oh no, they're already at the crescendo.
Yeah, they gotta trigger it.
Annie, are you okay?
I'll walk when you're crouching.
Alright, get up here.
Yes, you can. It's just slower.
Oh.
But if you do the pounce, it shoots you far ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I managed to get it once, but missed.
Oh, fuck me.
Go away, ass.
There! Finally got some.
Jockey.
Someone please kill that fucking Jogger. Boomer!
Yes,
Oh,
y'all got
man.
boom.
Good boom.
Good boom. Good boom. Good form.
Oh, we're all.
Oh, no, not quite, Scott. We went back down again.
Oh no. Oh, phew.
Get up. Hunter somewhere.
Oh man.
Oh, that would
Hunter.
be just such an incredible move to...
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Keep fucking shooting.
Jill,
No
shoot
rest.
people. Jill, shoot people.
No rest.
Shoot people.
No rest.
Alright, cool. Hello, you. I see you.
Okay, we gotta get back together. We'll let him get out of that little box.
Yeah.
Alright. So what have we got to do?
Go on
Get in
stage.
the rock concert. Okay, let's go. Go to defib.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, got him.
Hunter on me. Get the other two up.
I can't get there in time. Fuck.
Yeah, don't worry about me. Go.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. Get the other two. It's down.
You like that?
I am going. Don't forget your right mouse button. Put them on.
I know how to play this.
Use that boomer ball.
I know.
I'm waiting for a tank.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
All right, we did okay. We did.
You had a good run. You had a good run.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna get 248.
All right. Very nice.
Actually,
Very nice.
260.
All right. So the moral of the story here is we got to hit the event right away because that's what keeps the
Yeah,
progress.
trigger the event and run up to the towers. That's usually the best
All right.
strat.
So you guys just want to power through it and do it?
Well, that's the thing. They took too long to prepare and they didn't get any progress because of it. That's how we get our points back.
Just go straight.
Yeah.
All right.
There's gonna be
Yep.
Boomer.
One's isolated, grab him.
Oh no.
Spinner.
Damn it.
I got her.
I was going after Pedro again.
All right.
Okay. Together.
Hold on, Phil.
Let's go.
Put in a chest down.
Together forever.
Okay. And that's that way. Okay.
I'm gonna
trigger the
I'm going for it.
concert.
Reloading.
Yep. Oh, you gotta get the stage lighting first. Okay, I'm down here, ready to trigger the concert.
Alright. Oh shit, Treasure got me.
I got boomed.
Okay.
Alright. Stage lighting set.
Come on. Okay, who's got that? Go. Come on, who's left? Come on.
Go for it.
I'm going.
Do it.
Hit it.
Jordan, heal yourself.
So Jill, you're playing in Spitter right now.
Yeah.
The goal is to shoot people with spit, so it's just like a shot gun.
Yeah.
Spit on them.
Alright.
Oh, God damn it, Jordan.
Leave me. Leave me.
Alright.
I can fuck him up while I get my
I got
pistol.
you then.
Come on.
They won.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get him in the corner, come on.
Okay. I mean, if you're bored, you can help me out.
I can't get there.
Alright.
Don't risk it, though. Don't risk. Hang on. Never mind. They're back on me. Fuck off.
Alright.
Damn it. That didn't do anything.
Jockey got me.
All right. Just point. Forget it.
Thank you.
I can kill zombies while I'm laying down, taking my nap.
Come on, Bill. Get him.
I'll get you up as soon as the spit is
got
gone.
All right.
Where's the smoke, Jill? Jill, you're meant to be a long way away.
Yay!
Oh shit.
Go to sleep.
Now get him with tongue. Depending on the mod, it might be Yoshi.
Alright.
I will be
All
coming.
right. Heals. Heals.
Do not waste
Heals.
it, Scott.
Yeah, heal.
Do not waste that, Scott.
I will try.
Alright, tank!
And a boomer.
I can't
God
see
damn
fuck
it.
all.
Hello.
Tank. I can't.
Thanks to meet you.
Go. Down. Come on, there's more than that.
It's
Come on.
Jordan and AJ.
Boom.
Jordan's down to a pistol.
Yeah. Oh wow, I got all the zombies on me. Yeah, I'm dead.
Damn it! I missed! Doesn't matter. Still had sex.
Still fucking
matter.
Fire tank.
Still had sex.
But
dominated.
Right,
oh, what's the word in Portuguese? Wrecked?
Brutal.
Portuguese just kind of adopted the owned and the wrecked.
It's a universal term at this point. Let's be honest. Oh man.
Can you imagine the alien astronomers or the archaeologists who like sift through the ruins of our civilization and like the one bit of text they can translate of our language is like get wrecked.
YOLO and wrecked. That's it.
This wrecked was very important to the society for some reason.
Wrecked.
And everyone was out to claim wrecked.
Yes.
Beautiful people, we gotta bounce the fuck up out of here. We've done our time. Did the crime, and we won this week, unlike last week, so we are victorious forever and always.
Still leading in total wins. So
undefeated this
significantly.
week. Yes. Reigning
except for
champion.
that round that we lost. Those
Warm
2
up.
rounds we lost.
Warm up round.
We lost 2.
Yeah, you know. Listen, we're trying to
Out
be
of
fair.
the 5, we lost 2. So
Jordan,
we
we're
still
trying-
win.
Just because we're being fair to the audience who's participating. That's all that was. That's all that was. All right.
All right.
We gotta get out of here. Thanks everybody for showing up. Everybody hanging out in Discord. Daisy, Joe Linux Girl, Infox Dog, Mere PPC, Mr. Alert, Petty Vise, and Scott Mushroom. And everybody watching us live. We'll see you next week. Die in all the fires, except like when we're in a team. Don't shoot the fire thing that we all burn up because it sucks.
Light 'em up.
We'll hang out in Discord for a few hot seconds. If you want to say hi, pop in there. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I.
Bye. Do 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 do. Bye everyone. We love you.